No,
Where's
we
Quiff?
already started. That's already. It's like there's no going back. Yeah, I mean, if you want to go back, I mean, you can, but there's no rewind on streaming live. It just is what it is. You got about a minute before I'm going to throw it to you, but first we got to go over some like really important details, like who are we? We're the Geeky Gamer Podcast with John, Bill, Ken, and Adrian. We're all very handsome individuals that like to play role-playing games. We have a Patreon, Geeky Gamer Podcast, and there's a coffee with Dreadlore, and I'm sure that we have other things that we don't acknowledge in this YouTube.
I think there's a link tree.
Yeah, there's a link tree as well.
But
Dreadlore,
though.
Yeah,
like
it's
90% of our content is on Dreadlore.
It's a whole thing. All lowercase letters and Mr. Interrupt are musicians. So if you have some music that you want us to play during our 4-hour-long sessions, or know anybody, put them in touch with us and we'll play it. As long as
we will play your music.
As long as it's pretty copyright free and costs us nothing. Couchfire Media helps with art media production. Toy Replay Productions needs to update their logo about 3 years ago, and it's Wednesday, as far as I know.
I'm pretty sure they're traitors.
Is it?
Toy Replay? Yeah, they're like a communist group. They took over one of those eminent domain like parks, and made it their own country. I think that's where they've been the whole time. They got a flag. What?
I think Bill needs more sleep.
I like this side of Bill. I think it's what encourages maybe more viewers to comment.
Yeah.
The darkness.
Bill's gonna make some coffee here in a second.
Yeah. We're playing the Legends of Venice. Or I guess we're playing the Linen Tapestry, and you're gonna have to allegedly.
Yeah. We are playtesting the 3-part adventure called the Twin Vipers, which is part of the Linen Tapestry roleplay game. But before we start, I'll repeat the question: where is Quiff? Where is he?
Oh, did you ask that question?
Yeah. Well, I hadn't realised we'd actually started live stream, but then because Quiff is our mascot.
I was wondering when you were going to ask, because it's been several sessions.
No, it hasn't.
It really has. You should go back and look.
So anyway, yes.
Girlfriend, I'd be like, I wonder when she's going to notice. We broke up.
Yeah. You got custody of the Quiff.
You know what Quiff means, John?
In England, it means something very different, I'm sure. It's a hair thing. Though he looks like...
Oh, you got a little quiff on your hair.
There you go.
What it means in America.
He's got a quiff.
Yeah.
Not the other thing.
He doesn't usually have quiffs in America. I don't think he can have quiffs in America.
No, right?
Yeah. He looks... Anyway, now that everything is in place, we shall crack on. So, we did... Last week was all about magical character creation, which was new for Adrian. It was a recap for Ken, spending experience, doing a bit of downtime, linking one adventure to the other, and we're going to do it all over again for Bill. So, Bill, during the 1 year's downtime, your character has become a red hand. There is an event over the last 12 months, or during the 12 months, it's entirely up to you how it unfolds, where you are pushed to the limit, where you are up against a challenge that you, with your mortal skills, are unable to succeed in.
Okay.
And it's at that point, at that stress test, that thanks, Ken. Like absolute distraction there.
You remember that point where Ken threw his dumbbell through his computer?
I'm not gonna do that.
Just, ah!
Anyway, so, and it's during this event that your soul severs from the Great Cycle, and you become a red hand. And it's at that point, just how with Ken and with Sketch, you untap godlike powers, and you're able to completely control the situation. For example,
this happens off screen.
so for example, we went through Adrian's, and Adrian's. I'll let Adrian explain his, because it wasn't combat related, and it's a good example that not every awakening happens in combat. So go ahead, Adrian.
You want me to describe my awakening or my powers? Sorry.
Just the scenario that your character was in that led to you awakening.
Right. So my character, Pietro Candiano, is a member of a noble family in Venice, but a noble family that's kind of fallen on hard times, well past its former glory, struggling to kind of keep up the trappings of its nobility financially and in terms of power in the city. My particular character within that family is even kind of a black sheep. My father died early, my mother remarried, and my younger stepsons are set to inherit everything, so I'm kind of bitter about that. What then happened, and I'm sort of, so I'm struggling to make my own way in Venice, trying to kind of accumulate some status, some wealth, some power. And I do it with doing shady dealings for nobles, whether within my family or the others. I'm known as a guy who can kind of get things done through paying off people or bribing people, stuff like that. We have a rival family, which we hadn't determined yet who that family is, who been in long dispute for my family for probably centuries, all sorts of duels in the past, disputes over property, stuff like that, who came up with a scheme, a sort of conspiracy to try and bring down the Candiano family once and for all. A scheme in which they made it known, was spreading rumours that our family had been effectively stealing money from the Catholic Church, money that families had been donating and giving to kind of restore and build new churches and church properties, that we'd been siphoning off bits of that money in underhand ways. There's maybe a small amount of truth, right? We probably had been involved in some things where maybe the church wasn't always getting the best deal and stuff like that, but we were getting told, no, we were stealing money from the church. My family decided that I was going to be the scapegoat for this. That's how they were going to get out. They needed to have someone. They said, it wasn't us, it was just this one kind of dodgy, lowly guy who did it, and were throwing me under the bus. So I was starting to look at possibly being put on trial, something that could lead, who knows, it could have led to me being exiled from Venice, imprisoned for decades, maybe even worse. And I was investigating to try and find, because I knew it basically wasn't true. I had probably paid off a few church officials here and there and made some dodgy deals, but the broad conspiracy was not true. And in the course of this investigation, I was like running into dead ends. Like I couldn't prove my innocence. And that's when I found the guy who I suspected of being behind it. Then I was trying to find a way to out him or to convince him, and then he suddenly in a public venue with other nobles and churchmen around, basically confessed to the whole scheme. And that was actually my, I guess, the first emergence of my sort of mind powers manifesting.
Yeah, you effectively created a whole hallucination in his head where he thought he was talking to trusted people, but it was actually officials within the government, and so the guy committed political suicide. So it's that sort of scenario, eh?
Just rats.
Yep. So
It's that whole like, you know, like you're sitting there. It's like, what is it? Whatever season of whatever show, and there's like a Wolverine comic about it. Wolverine murders like all the bad guys, and then it turns out it was like, oh crap, who was it? It's like Emma Frost or something had mind fucked him, right? And so he was like, "Oh, I've killed everyone!"
Yep.
She's good at that mind fuckery.
Yeah.
It's been long enough, hasn't it? We've been on 20 minutes.
So that's the kind of gist. So I'll let you work out the details. So we'll assume that event has happened.
What was Daucus's?
Daucus's.
It was a long time ago.
Daucus,
who even remembers?
I do.
No, I remember. I was murder killed by a troop of the Viper of Milan, some scouts. We ran into scouts and
being pursued, outnumbered,
and
one of
had
your
a
companions
wounded
was
companion.
injured.
Yeah.
And you stayed behind to let Marco and your injured friend get away, and then staying behind, he engaged the 4 enemy. So you were outnumbered. There was you, and you told your other friend to rush on ahead. He'd actually stayed with you. Yeah, Luigi won. And then when you were outnumbered, being attacked, you effectively became a massive fireball, incinerated everyone within the scene. So the 4 enemy were killed, and then when Daucus got his senses back, he realized that there were 5 charred remains around him. And then it dawned on him that he'd accidentally killed his good friend Luigi.
Yeah, he never took credit for that.
Yeah, Ken never actually admitted that part. He was like,
No. So,
actually.
So, Bill, so for Matteo,
Hold on.
whatever happens in your scene.
No, you don't get to say. I know you already have an idea, but I have.
No. I'm just, what I want to do is just lay out the kind of rules so that however you resolve the situation, it'll come down to one of 2 things. One, it's your element, which is earth.
Yeah.
Or it'll have something to do with your avatar, which is the summoning of a horde of bugs. One type of bug, whether it be like snakes, beetles, whatever. So either of those 2 takes control, and you're effectively godlike. You can do anything that you want with either earth or your avatar. So for example, Sketch's character did both, where his avatar started hacking people to pieces and cutting through metal as if it was paper, and then also drawing up roots which impaled the enemy, that sort of thing. However it unfolds, the setup is entirely up to you. We'll assume that event has happened, and you are now a red hand. So if you have access to a red hand character sheet, we can quickly go through what you need to do.
Okay. Let me pull it up. Red hand. Near. Yeah. Now I'm not an initiate. I'm a red hand.
Yep, so you're a red hand. So on your character sheet, so red hand, your element is earth. Your avatar, for the time being, is put down horde.
Right.
Your dream is effectively your raison d'etre of being a red hand. Your soul has been severed from the great cycle to shape reality in one way. So your dream could be a technological advance, creating a new country, technology, science. It can be anything. Best way of thinking about it is it'll take you centuries to create your dream, and your dream is usually something that's too advanced for now. So if you want to go down the technology side, you could think of something that would happen in the 17, 18, 1900s. And that's what your character will be spending its eternity trying to create.
Okay.
So that's your dream. Path, just record sorcerer for now. Tapestry age is 0. Your devil within is on your mundane character sheet. You have attachments. Attachments are your links to the world and also aspects of your personality. So you will have at least one sin. You need to choose. If you've got 2 sins, you choose one of them. Or if you have 1 sin, that becomes your devil within.
Okay.
Effectively, each soul, except for electricity severed souls, have a taint within their soul. It's a curse placed upon them. And the soul corrupts the individual via this devil within.
Okay.
Your dream, if going back to attachments, your attachments, one will be at 25, one's at 20, 15, 10, and 5. They get rearranged so that your ambition or your dream is automatically set at 25. It's the most important thing to your character. Yep. So whatever that ambition now dream is, that stays at 25. Your devil within, which is your chief sin, becomes 20.
Okay.
And then everything else stays the same. If your sin was 5, it now becomes 20, and then you have to rearrange the others into.
Both of my sins were. One of my sins was at 20. The one I actually chose was at 10.
All right, swap them over. So the one that you want is your devil within becomes 20, and the other one is 10. Okay, brilliant. If you move to the top middle, you've got a section called Soul. You have a soul of 3. So you've got a set of diamonds. 1 diamond's coloured in black, colouring 2 more diamonds, and you've got a
I think I have
dice pool of 6.
All right. Well, now I'm thinking that I have the old sheet because there ain't no diamonds on here.
All right. Well, for the time being, just put down you've got a soul of 3, dice pool of 6.
Cool. Yep.
Okay. Your mana pools is the fuel for your magic. Depending on which realm you're in, determines if your magic is coloured. So if you use mundane mana within the mundane, it looks relatively normal. If you use Shadowlands mana in the mundane, whatever magic you perform, any magic becomes obvious as the effect or the cosmetics of the spell looks like something that's dying, that's withering, shedding its skin, and then reforming, and then dying again, and constantly. Otherworld has the opposite, where it's too vibrant. It's, imagine, Lord of the Rings sort of magic in a mundane setting. It just stands out because it's high fantasy magic, that sort of thing. Okay. So your mundane pool your mana pool is equal to your... So if you add up the sum of your primary stats, so on your mundane character sheet, you've got strength, personality, and intellect. One of those three, there's a box, and you've ticked one of those three, and that's your primary.
Yep. Yep.
Yep. Add up the number of ranks next to whichever one it is. So what's your primary stat?
Hold on a second.
Sure.
Editing this PDF is some bullshit. Do it. Intellect.
Intellect, yep. So the number of ranks that you have in presence, in attention, memory, and acumen. Not the dice pool, but just the ranks.
So it'd be 8.
8. So 8 plus your soul, so that's 11. Times that by 2, so your mana pool is 22.
For mundane, right?
For mundane. Otherworld is your society pool.
Society pool. Oh, right. So 3.
So you've only got 3 ranks in your society traits.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Nothing. Right. Okay, it'll be 3 then. So you got 3. So you got 10 in Otherworld mana pool, and Shadowlands is your spirit pool.
That. Right. So 4, 7, and 2, so 9.
9. Okay. So that's another 22. Okay. The next section is patterns. So underneath patterns, put down Earth and put fill in a second dot, so you've got 2 ranks in Earth.
Okay.
Affinities, you've got 1 rank to place amongst those 5, and they're schools. So each spell that you create and cast will belong to one of the 6. So you've got detection, which is typically tier 1. Comprehension is tier 2. Manipulation is tier 3. Transmutation is 4. Projection is 5. Conjuration is 5, while projection is and all 5 tiers of magic. It is effectively you just put any spell that projects your will or the effect somewhere else out of line of sight. That's what you'd use that for.
So
And effectively,
I already had a detect element trick, so I'm assuming I have 1 rank in detection.
this is a bonus. This is like like how an expertise adds something to your tally.
Sure.
So you can choose detect if you want. You can put 1 rank in there, but you can put it in anywhere. This isn't the tricks. This is an expertise in one of the 6 schools or the 6 affinities.
I'll do it for conjuration.
Okay. So you start off with detect element. So that's your starting trick. You also have identify form, which is a comprehension trick. It just allows you to understand a pattern.
Okay.
Next, you don't have any signatures, no spells abound. Below that section, you have rituals, and you've got 2 ranks to put amongst the scions. The scions are Artifice, Attunement, Dreaming Sky, and Planes of Memory. Artifice has to do with rituals where you can either create magical items or enchant items with magic.
Okay.
Attunement is bestowing. It's either bestowing magical abilities or powers or mana to someone else, or manifesting features of your avatar either onto you or other people. So if your avatar has has a feature of camouflage, you can use rituals like rituals of manifestation for you to get the benefit of camouflage. You kind of borrow powers from your avatar. The next one is the Dreaming Sky. The two paths or branches of rituals for that is the ability to travel in the dreams of humanity, in the dreaming sky above Otherworld, where you can peer into people's dreams, enter dreams, manipulate dreams, and actually steal things from dreams. The second path is divination, where you can tap into the collective unconscious and learn about people's plans, which kind of forms a potential fate. You can dip into people's past, that sort of thing. And the final one is planes of memory. The two branches are ghost walking, where you can navigate through Shadowlands. And the other one is tapping into your past lives, where your soul, before it was severed, has traveled through the Great Cycle countless times, and you can tap into the memories of your previous incarnations or previous hosts to your soul. So if you've got access to the book, you can choose. So you allocate your 2 ranks between those 4.
I got one in Artifice and one in Planes of Memory.
Brilliant. Okay. So Planes of Memory, which path are you interested in? Do you want to become a dream walker, or is it divination for you?
I think dreamwalking is fine.
Dreamwalking, right. So for one of your rituals, put down dreaming without sleeping.
I'm doing that all the time.
Yep. What that does is that your character meditates for an hour, and your consciousness appears within the dreaming sky, and you can
don't be like
wander
me.
the gallery
That's what I got.
and look into the dreams of other people.
Wait.
What was that, Ken? Yeah.
Oh, really quick. That was the dreaming in going into people's memories. Wait. Going in people's dreams. What's the other one do?
Well, the other branch of I cannot remember. Dreaming Sky.
Yeah.
The other branch for Dreaming Sky is divination, where you can. It's like the first level ritual. Divines the present. You can interact with a target, and if successful, you become aware of information relating to that person.
I see. Okay, yeah. I don't know what just happened, but my computer just decided to fuck off. Okay, cool.
Okay. Your second ritual can be linked to artifice, so you can choose one of the 2, or you could choose the other divination. Up to you.
What's the artifice?
Artifice is the first one is enchantment, so you can cast a spell, but you enchant that spell into an object.
What's the other one?
The other one is you are able to create. You can either forge a talisman, which helps you with casting spells, or you can forge an item, and it has that spell in it all the time. So you just have to activate the spell.
I'll do the forging the item thing.
Okay, so your second ritual is forge detection.
God damn it! What the fuck is wrong with this thing? My computer's taking a shit. Yeah, I may have to actually restart.
Sure, no worries.
Fucking hell. I hate Macintosh. God, I hate it. I stopped, I've got 4 Macs. I haven't bought one of them. They're all the old computers for other people. I hate Macs. Hate. Hate them.
Like Windows
Anyone-
11.
Jesus, no, I use fucking Linux.
Oh, nice.
It's a piece of shit. Oh my god. What's it called? The enchant thing?
Forge detection.
Forged detection. Forged.
Yep.
Detection. Awesome. Okay. Stupid fucking PDFs. Yeah.
Great. So that's rituals. Your curses. Feedback starts at 0. Your anachronism is the balance between becoming grey skin or a blue blood. You either succeed your dream or you fail your dream. So on that grid of 10 boxes, you've got 5 boxes blank, and the other 5 just fill in grey.
You're talking about feedback?
Just above it, sorry, anachronism.
Just fill it in gray.
Half, yeah. So the first half blank, second half grey.
Okay. I have to figure out how to do that on this.
It's all right.
Fucking PDF piece of shit. Fuck motherfuckers.
You have a PDF, you didn't print it out. It's not real. You are cursed.
I hate it. Oh god. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, we can come back to it. I think the most important thing is as long as you can type in stuff rather than
Yeah.
We know
X's
it's-
in there.
5 and 5.
I'm trying my best. Oh my god, I hate you so much. Great hate. You son of a bitch.
Yeah,
Who
PDF.
made these? Who the
PDFs.
fuck made fucking PDFs? Pieces of shit.
Not fun to edit. That is a
Fucking
real.
asshole motherfucker. Okay.
That is a real thing.
Next. They just make it so fucking hard. They're like, here's some tools that are completely useless. You can draw on it, but you can't.
Are you an acrobat?
I'm in preview. Acrobat's the
Yeah, it is the worst. I was gonna say if
Acrobat
like
is one. Oh my god.
Are we ready to move on to the next one?
We're ready, John. This
We're
is
ready.
your fault.
So, next is your avatar, and this is the last section.
Okay.
So, rank 2. Your template is colony.
Yeah.
Feedback is 0, and your cost is 10. So, this is where you create your avatar of a horde. So, my understanding is that it's Earth-based. So, your horde, your collective of small creatures, is land-based. So, you need to decide what is the creature. Is it
And
beetles, snakes?
Yeah, it'll be
Well,
beetles. So where it's under avatar, you say?
Yeah, so where it says, so you've got avatar in the last section.
Okay.
You got
Yeah.
where it says rank, template, feedback, and cost.
Yep.
So the rank is 2, template is colony, feedback is 0, cost is 10. You have 2 features to start off with. Your first feature, because it's a colony, is scuttle.
Okay. Do you even scuttle, bro?
You can scuttle all you like as a horde.
Okay.
And the second feature is, because you've gone for beetle, is burrow.
Right.
And I'll explain what they do. So what scuttle does is, in combat, when you fight as a horde, the horde replaces your body. So your body appears in your sanctuary in the heart room, and your mind takes over this colony of beetles, and you can attack people with it. But it uses a slightly different system because it's, like in The Mummy, where there are the scarab beetles that just swarm people and then they eat them alive and then they move on. Well, yours is a baby version of that, where you slowly creep and swarm people. What Scuttle does is, your beetles are so small, it can actually go underneath armor.
Okay.
And it just ignores people's armor. And burrow allows your creatures to
burrow.
dig, yes, into the ground. So if there's any area effect attacks, which would normally just wipe out your beetles in one go, your beetles can and avoid. Some will get killed from the heat, but they won't all be destroyed. So that's your two features. Now, the last step is divergence. You have one extra rank that you can either put into your pattern, a rank into scions, or an extra rank into avatar. So you decide where you want to specialize. Do you want to specialize in the spells casting, rituals, or your avatar?
I'll put it into planes of memory.
Planes of memory. Right. That means you get an extra ritual. And the level 2 ritual for planes of memory is... It's called Crossing the Threshold.
I feel like I do that all the time.
I think this whole tree of rituals is designed for you. So the first one is Dreaming Without Sleeping, and the second one is Crossing the Threshold. This is the one that allows you to enter someone's dream.
Okay.
But once you're in a dream, you have to be careful, because if the dreamer realizes that you don't belong there, they wake up, and the dream that you're in pops, and you and everything in that dream falls down into the surface of Otherworld. And below the surface of Otherworld is the deep below, and that's the chaos. And if your character gets trapped in the deep below, you're dead. You will be recreated over a few months as your soul escapes, goes into your heart room of your sanctuary and reconstructs your body, but your body will die if it gets trapped into the deep below. So, right, and that is magical character creation. I'll let you can send me a message during the week or whenever you've thought of one as to your event.
Okay.
But we'll crack on. Oh, you also have 15 experience. Was it 15 experience from the story? Might have been 20. Adrian, how much experience have you got?
I know that I had a total of 35, but I think I had some existing of 15, so I guess 20. What did we get from the last adventure? I think.
So,
I've got it.
Bill,
Fine.
you have on top of whatever experience you had from the first adventure, you've got another 20.
Yeah, I've got it recorded. It's 21.
Right, cool. Yep. Brilliant. Right, so where we left it last week was... One second.
I'm gonna make some coffee. Necessary. The coffee. I'll be right back.
I feel like we lost a couple of people just kind of sudden. It's a good thing we're all paying attention here. We might. Oh,
sorry
you're
about
back.
that. Yep, sorry. Yeah, family. Do people want to have a 5-minute break if Bill's gone off to make coffee?
If you would like.
Yep,
it's up to you guys.
I guess we may as well if he's gone. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Couple-minute break, and we'll get straight onto the story.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, we'll be right back.
See you in a bit. So,
Back when I was a kid.
Yeah, back when I was a kid.
It's called like mud pit.
Yeah,
It
but
was
you
a
didn't know.
ball.
You didn't know
Yes.
if it was gonna skip or if it was just gonna dead stop. And I played keeper, so like I had to die. Like there was always a 30-foot wide hole in front of the box. You know, like basically the whole inside penalty box was just
Yeah,
a
I know
mud.
exactly what you. It's just a lake.
Yeah, it was a lake. And I
Yeah.
would stand inside the goal behind the line because you couldn't stand outside the goal.
We weren't really actually playing soccer or football. They just gave us a ball and said go.
Yeah.
just kicking around.
Just
Yeah.
made up,
Yeah.
made up rules as we went.
So wait,
Did you have? Question is, did you have jumpers for goalposts?
What the hell's a jumper, John?
yeah, I feel like that's a
What?
you.
Oh, wait, a jersey for goalposts.
Oh, jersey. What?
How does that work? What do you mean?
You mean
Like
Well,
like,
you take your jumper
clothing?
off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you take your jumper off, and you say, "Well, there's one goalpost."
Oh, right. When you're
And
just
someone else-
playing
Yeah,
Cones.
on a random
Cones.
field.
English. If there's any English people of my age watching this, they'll get that reference immediately.
Cones.
I'm wasted here. Anyway, back to the story. We are live streaming, aren't we now, Ken?
Yeah,
Cones.
we're back into it. We had cones. Cones are
Yeah, well, that's fancy though. Like,
mini cones?
yeah, little micro.
You put those
Oh,
down.
you're too professional. I mean, if you're playing with your mates, you're not going to carry cones around with you.
No,
You're
we
just gonna-
do. That's the thing. Like you'd have like 8-year-olds that have their little cones because we also use like forks and knives at the table. We didn't like like throw rocks in the backyard.
Oh.
Right, you don't shovel the food in with your hands. Aye.
Well, we do that, but we had the forks and the knives too.
All of it.
Right. Anyway, do you think that was like a teaser trailer for if we do a World Cup live
Yeah,
stream?
how much trouble would we get in for restreaming World Cup game? Well,
Because of shit, fuck them.
do we want
No one's gonna
content
watch
strikes?
It.
Yeah, but it's
Well,
If you're just commentating, but you're not screening it,
Oh yeah.
I think it's okay.
You'll be
right?
fine.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. We're going to have to put it on the screen, mind, so people can
Yeah.
see.
Oh.
And if we do it, I'm going to, depending on what game it is, I'm going to prepare facts because every pundit needs a catalogue of useless facts such as it's been 47 years since so and so scored a goal in an international tournament, and anyway, yeah. So
But if you're in America,
we do it,
make up facts, so they don't have to be real.
Yeah,
you just call it fake news. It's all right.
In America, you don't need facts in America.
You just need fake news. You'll be sorted.
We got
Right.
Rogers, number 17 over here. He just scored a goal. He
Pretty
scored
sure he's
2 goals.
autonomous.
Actually, that's 5 points because he's behind the marginal line.
Yeah. Executive order. That's 5 points right there.
That's 5, maybe 10.
He's a little too brown to make some points. Yeah.
We'll leave you hanging on that one.
Yeah. Anyway, back on. No.
My dream is.
Go on then.
No, I'm really thinking about it.
You're not like this when you're GMing. You are not like this.
I'm not.
You're
serious.
such a saboteur.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah,
Anyway,
no,
we're gonna
it's-
crack on. We're gonna crack on with the game. So, yes. Last week, Daucus is now Lord Daucus of the city of Ferrara. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Pietro has been taken under the wing of a powerful blue blood, Narses. Depending on how Matteo's awakening happens, he will no doubt be under the wings of Marina Galina, who is also another powerful severed soul within Venice. She is one of the 6 founding fathers / mothers. So, during this time, Daucus and Pietro got together and discussed what the hell happened to the Viper, because at the end of the siege never happened. The camp dispersed. News came to the city that the Viper died. No one knows how, but there are rumors of either a fatal wound, poisoned, or an illness. And all 3 of you were told at the time that the Viper was a red hand and his element is a body, so he has mastery over flesh. So it was no mundane wound, illness, or poison that could have killed him. It must have been magical. So over the year, Milan and its empire, well, its duchy, has started to crumble, and forces outside, such as Francesca Novella Carrara, has decided to march upon the lands of Milan, and he's currently marching on the cities of Cosenza and Verona. Ken, I'm gonna send over a map, if that's all right, and you can get that up on the screen, and it'll give you guys an idea of where you are, yada yada yada. So just bear with me 1 second, and I'll send this over to you as private message. Right. So anyway, while I'm doing this, Daucus and Pietro met up, and they decided to investigate the general who was serving underneath the Duke of Milan, whose name is Barbiano. Barbiano. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's Barbiano. Alberchio de
Alberico.
Barbiano.
Yeah. So you guys reach out to Pietro, or do you two head out to investigate?
Pietro
How
and
do you
I,
find out where to meet Alberico?
I thought we decided to go visit Marina Galina.
All right.
At the end of the
sure.
last. Pietro and I were hanging out together, just shooting the.
Sure.
And I was trying to raise some money for Piera.
That's right. Sure, no problem.
So who was it that we were going to meet? Who's this person? Can you
Marina
remind me?
Galina. It's the aunt of Matteo.
She is Matteo's aunt. You both know that she is one of the leaders. Venice has two courts, the court of the stars and the court of the sun. There's 3 in each court, and she is one of the leaders. She also happens to be Matteo's patron. Same family. She's the one that recalled Matteo from
What we're trying to do is investigate what caused the death of the Duke of Milan. Or
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Let's go. Let's go wherever we think we'll find her. I might know with my connections, where would be an appropriate place to kind of address her and how to sort of say, who we are, something about, who we are and stuff.
Yeah, well, it's
no problem, mate.
It's Matteo's aunt, so we just talked to him about it.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
You know that the best you can meet Matteo at the Galina family estate in Venice. Sure enough. You head there. You're welcomed in by servants.
That was some bullshit.
No,
Matteo, you're busy in the house, and you hear familiar voices downstairs in the courtyard. Head out your room, and you can see these two. They're being shown to like a side room.
Throw my piss pot at him. I'm kidding. I'll come downstairs. Put on my jerkin. Tell the woman that's in the bed to be quiet, and sneak out when she can, and go downstairs. What?
I'll let you guys. Pietro and Daucus, you're both told the lady will be 5-10 minutes. And at that point, she turns around and she sees that Matteo is entering the room. And she takes your orders for drinks, and then she departs and she leaves you 3 to have a conversation.
What brings you all here?
It's good to see you. Well, we're trying to find out what really happened in Milan. We're kind of concerned that might have implications for what's going to happen next. Some powerful force took out the Duke, and no one knows what that is.
But from a big lore drop that happened maybe the last time Pietro and I were together, it seemed like the Duke of Milan was doing some really gnarly things, maybe that you shouldn't be doing as a red hand, kind of disobeying the rules. and that is why I presume they went after him. But I bet he's coming back.
Can I just ask one question? Is do I know if Marina Galina is a red hand?
Yes, you all know she is. Within days of entering the city as a red hand or becoming a red hand, you're brought to the court, and the court consists of 7 people. However, you 3 only meet 5 of them, and the 5 are a lady by the name of a young Muslim lady by the name of, oh my god, sometimes she's called Gianna Gradinigo, or other times she's known as Amna Ramley. She's called the seneschal of the courts. She seems to take up position between the 2 courts, and she kind of mediates any debate or discussion or any votes between the 2 courts. The rest of the courts consists of Narses. You then have Pietro Tradonico. You then have Agnello Partisiano. There is talk of two other founding fathers, mothers. One is known as Karola Kurara. She's not there, and Ursus. Ursus. Rumors are that he is the oldest of the severed souls in the city. He is the first. He founded the lagoon. But you get the impression he's kind of phasing out of the mundane and is now spending more and more time within otherworld, which is what a lot of blue bloods do. Right.
Okay.
Yeah. You then have, and the last one is Pietro Tradonico, Agnello Partisiano, Narses, and Marina Galina. So that's the 5 that you meet, and as I say, Marina is one of them.
Okay. And so we've met them. There's this community of red hands in the city. Do I know if there's been a lot of, is it just us who are interested in finding out what happened to the Duke of Milan, or is this something that the red hand community here is like, there's something we've got to find out about, or is this like just a mission that we are on, if you know what I mean?
By the time you awaken and become a red hand and get to know and meet some of the other red hands and severed souls of the city, if they were interested, they're not interested anymore, or they're not openly interested. You get the impression that each red hand has their dream that they're working towards, and they have other machinations and plots and intrigues that they're getting involved in, and they don't have that much spare time to focus on interests outside of Venice.
Okay.
Daucus,
Yeah, go on.
Daucus, you were one of the first to be awakened in the group. When you were introduced to people in Venice, and Johannes de Tezago was your patron, everyone was talking about what happened. You get the impression that for at least 2 or 3 months within Venice and the region, it was the big talking point. Who or what killed the Duke? Everyone knows the Duke's going to come back. He'll have to come back in a new form and rebuild his dream. but whatever killed him saved the region. So some people are quite happy that there's some sort of, is it a guardian angel? You don't know. Other people are concerned that, well, they killed this thing or whatever it is, he or she killed a powerful severed soul. Who's next? So it's mixed. But then after a few months, people just get bored and then move on to new things. So 3 of you are in the room. Ken, I've sent over an image of a map. I think I'd sent it over a few weeks ago. If it's...
Yeah, look at the screen.
No, if there's another one, yeah, I sent it to you as a DM. Yeah.
Just now? That's what you sent?
Yeah, just a couple of minutes ago.
Oh, you probably don't see it because this is what you see.
Oh, yeah, that's the one. Yep, that's fine. Yeah. Brilliant.
Okay. Yeah,
Brilliant.
if you were
Jeez,
looking
Ken.
at the screen, you'd see it, and then, but I just had you on a different mode, so yeah, that's what. That's
Right,
what we're
okay.
streaming.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Right, you three are in the room. Crack on.
Yeah. I said what I said. We were thinking that Marina Galina would have some more information about what's going on, maybe. And I wanted to hit you up for a little money after saving your butt so many times on the field.
I'll ignore that. I mean, what do you all want to do about it?
Well, I'd like to know just a little bit more, maybe about the source of our powers and what my dreams mean, and I think your aunt, she might have some insight. Maybe we could even find the sanctuary of whatever his name is and stop him before he even gets any power.
Do you want to stop the Milan guy from reconstituting?
Yeah. I think that'd be a good plan.
Is that against the rules?
I don't know. I don't think so.
At this point, Marina enters. Shortly behind her, the servant dishes out drinks. There'll be wine for all 4 of you. Servant leaves, doors closed, and Marina smiles at all 3 of you. She is in her late 50s, early 60s. But despite her age, she carries herself as a much younger person. It's almost as if she's an immortal with eternal youthfulness trapped in the body of someone who is who is elderly.
Thank you for hosting us here. I don't know how I address her. Miss
Lady will do.
Lady, okay. Lady Galina, we're honored to be in your presence here. How
What do you want to know?
Well, we were all on the expedition to fight against the Viper, the Duke of Milan, and assisted in the battle, and I think we are all disturbed by how it suddenly ended, and we feel there's a powerful force out there somewhere that no one seems to know what it is that led to the Duke's downfall, and perhaps this is a force that we can ally for the benefits of Venice, or perhaps it might be a danger out there also. So we want to find out what happened and where that might lead us.
I wouldn't say I'm disturbed. I am more relieved. it's not the first time that an enemy of Venice or the enemy of the peninsula has been defeated by nature itself. The Viper had what was coming to him, and then she looks skyward, or ceilingward, and says, I like to think that God has simply doled out justice to a wicked, wicked man. As to the specifics, I don't know.
Do you do you have any idea who might know more about this? Who might have investigated it, or be aware of the kind of forces that might be capable of such a deed?
Seek out the librarian. He will be able to point you in the right direction. If the question is more scholarly, then I can provide. All of you know that in Venice, next to the St. Mark's Plaza, and opposite St. Mark's Basilica, there is a massive library. She tells you to, when you get there, seek out a gentleman by the name of Marcelo Helonia. He might be able to help you. He has studied these lands for many years. But please be careful with what you tell him. Let us say he is not privy to our... And she grins. He's not privy to our status, so to speak.
I understand.
Yes. Okay. The Viper had many enemies. There are plenty of people who would want him dead. Namely, Alberico Barbiano would be one. However, again, he is a mere initiate. So he himself would not have the powers, but he was with the Viper, I've heard, in his last weeks. But the last I heard is that he had gone south to Naples, which would be quite a trek to get to.
Mm-hmm.
While you're here, though, this was a task I was going to ask my nephew here to look into, but since all three of you are here and you fought for Florence and in the interests of the neighbouring lands, Lady Agita Fosetta is here. She won't tell me exactly what the query is, but Matteo, she was looking for you in particular. I believe in the meeting that you had before the war, there was discussions on... I will let you speak to her. Matteo, she slides you a scrap bit of paper, and on there has an address of a very rich inn that visiting dignitaries go to. She doesn't make any attempt to hide that, though, from either you, Daucus, or Pietro. When she slides it over, she just simply starts to rise, nods ever so slightly. Do you guys stand, or...
I do.
What do you do?
Yeah, whatever the formal sort of...
Yeah, no problem. You all rise, bow to her. She walks off, and there's just the three of you left in the room. What are you doing?
She's such a noble lady. I just love her.
Can only imagine what this is. You all want to come? As I about face and go put on my coat and
I think
Yes, let's go.
That's a good call.
Yep.
I remember that that Lady Agita character. She had to do with Gaspier, part of the White Company.
I believe you.
He died though. He was killed when we were
Oh.
fighting, I believe. But he was the second in command. So
Well,
the
I
person we're gonna
feel like we
meet
should talk
is
about that with her.
connected with her.
Yeah.
I'll get a coach.
Venice doesn't really have wide enough roads for coaches.
Get a gondola, maybe.
But you can get a gondola.
Yeah.
You would literally just step out the back door onto a gondola, and then you'll just
Motorboat my
get
way
taken
up.
to. Yeah. Right. You're taken to the back entrance of this fine hotel. Your gondola is moored. And as you're climbing up, a doorman comes out and says, yeah, you all, three of you all lords. One of them takes a double take at you, Daucus. You get the impression that he recognizes you, but not with what you're wearing.
I'll double take that.
And
I'm like,
yeah. He doesn't ask any questions other than, I'll take your coat. Are you wishing to book a room?
not yet.
Okay. You are here to visit someone?
Yes.
He points at him. That's right. Do you have any wine?
Of course. Come in. Lord Galina, and you're brought into like a reception dining area. There are a handful of nobles, minor and greater, just milling around drinking. You're given drinks.
Is
The doorman
lady...
says or asks. No, she's not there. When you look around, Lady Agita is not in this area.
What about Lord
the doorman
Novello?
Nope. Nope. He would. You know that he is effectively. He runs the city of Padua, so he would be in his city. But he's also, the last rumor that you'd heard was that he'd taken his army and marched west, is heading towards the city of Vicenza and Verona. Sorry. So which guest are you wishing to meet? And I shall let them know that you're here.
I present the note.
Okay. Right. I shall get her attention straight away. Do you wish to meet her in a private room? Yep. Okay. He ushers over a servant. This woman comes over, takes you to a private room, then leaves, and then a couple of minutes later, Lady Agita Fosetta is brought downstairs. She knocks on the door, opens it slightly, peers in. She seems relieved to see you, Matteo. She doesn't know you, Pietro, and she doesn't recognize you, Daucus. She enters. Says, Matteo, thank you so much for coming to meet me. I don't believe I've met your friends. I am Lady Agita Fosetta of Treviso.
He said, what friends? He just ignores them for a second. Oh, indeed.
Pleased to meet you, Pietro Candiano of Venice.
I am
A noble
Daucus.
and historical name.
Yes.
And you are Daucus?
I'm Daucus Carobta of a noble of It's Ferrara. I'm the Duke Duke of Ferrara. Or is it the Duke? What is my status? I don't even know.
You're
the
at the
king of
moment.
Ferrara.
You're at the moment. You are a lord because you
The
have
Lord.
married into a minor
Yeah.
noble.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say,
So-
if he's the Duke, that's like a
No, it's not the Duke.
Or the Duke King of Ferrara. No, I'm
No,
the Lord
you-
of Ferrara. It's like
you said Duke,
Louisville.
and I
It's-
looked.
She's a bit dumbfounded. You can see her trying to work out the name. He goes, I apologize. I am unfamiliar with the families of Ferrara. I am pleased to meet you all. Matteo. It was a long time ago. It was a year ago. But
Ages.
when we had the meeting, before Johannes marched off to save Florence with yourselves, we spoke about a possible favor that you could do for me.
He nods.
It concerns my extended family. Well, Francesca Novella da Carrara, the Lord of Padua, he has two younger brothers. Now, Francesca is a good friend of mine, but his brothers, I don't trust them. And I was wanting to know if you could maybe access the Library of Venice, being noble of Venice, and check the records. I want to find out if there's anything unusual going on with current purchases, trade deals, anything like that that would involve the brothers Carrera. Can't give you any specifics because at the moment it's just I just have a bad feeling that the two of them they're up to something, but I don't know what, and I don't know who to trust.
What would be something that they would be up to? As in, what am I looking for?
Any interactions that they're having with the lands to the east.
Sure.
So look, like on the live stream, you've got the Veneto region. So you've got Padua and Treviso. To the east of Treviso, that's where you get into the lands of, like, further east, you've got the Croatia, Hungary Empire. You then have what?
You have CAC.
You've got CAC, right? So east of that, you've got like the Duchy of Austria, and then next to that, you've got the Kingdom of Hungary and Croatia.
Yep.
I believe that these two are. I believe they're doing something in the east. You see, they travel through my land, or my husband's land, because he is the Lord of Treviso, and they're doing it on a regular basis. And they've told me many times that they are simply going east to make deals to purchase mercenary for the walls. Because at the time, obviously, we were fearing that the Duke of Milan would head eastwards and attack our cities.
Have you spoken to your husband about this?
Now that the war has finished, however, I believe that these two brothers are still doing that. So my concern is the talk of purchasing stone for city defences was merely a ruse. So
Have you spoken to your husband about this?
I don't want to concern him. He's too much on his plate at the moment. This is it's a hunch that I have, and until I've got evidence, I don't want to speak to anyone about it, because if I'm wrong, I could bring shame to the Carrara family, and since they are allies, it's something I want to avoid.
Yeah, he just kind of stands up. Sure, of course.
Cool. Please let me know if you find anything. Much appreciated.
Think nothing of it.
She rises, bows gracefully, smiles. All
Agneta?
three of you. Yeah.
I would
Yes.
I would like to sincerely say I'm sorry for your loss of Gaspier Ulian. I don't know if you heard. I presume you have. Didn't he die? I believe he died. I don't know.
I look back
No,
at
he-
Daucus.
I think he died.
She looks really confused
Yeah. Is he not dead?
and says,
I thought he died.
mm,
Pretty sure we
no,
had
he's
this conversation last time. I guess he's all right. Never mind. I just maybe I'm confusing him with one of the other white captains.
I'm still looking at Daucus.
right. No, he is with Lord Carrara in Padua. She's confused again. Maybe it's the accent. So that whenever Daucus talks, she gets confused. So she nods, smiles, looks back at Daucus again, and then heads back, and then leaves the room. Doors closed. Over to you three.
All right. Well, I don't know what time of day it is. Is the library open?
Yeah, library will be open.
Okay.
It's still early morning. Early afternoon.
Looks like we're making a stop.
I suggest we head to the library.
Lads.
Let's go.
We
Okay.
get back out onto the gondola, motorboat, to the...
Yep. Be boarded down like James Bond. Yep, you head to the Great Library of Venice, just off the...
we have to get two gondolas.
Just opposite
because Daucus
St.
is
Mark's.
too heavy for one.
Not that heavy.
Daucus, you're going back to the battle. You saw Gasper get wounded.
Mm-hmm.
He was definitely struck by the Viper.
Mm-hmm.
But then in the chaos, you never saw him again. But then once everyone rushed back to Florence, you didn't get a chance to really see everyone. So you're pretty sure that you saw him take what would have been a mortal blow, but then people have survived severe wounds before.
Yep, they have.
But yeah.
Well, it's good to
They
know.
have.
I know more about him than I did.
Yeah, but he's alive. Yeah. All right. Okay. Right. You head up the grand steps to the library. You go inside. There's dozens and dozens of people making notes, reading. There's a few people who look like they're working there because they're putting books away, or they're taking books out, making notes, and then putting them back. It's the library. Pardon me. There is... You know that there are like a series of offices for people who work there. Chief librarians, curators, that sort of thing. Pietro and Matteo will have likely have come to the library many times. Daucus, you would have not been allowed to get in, because only lords are allowed to get in. But now that you're a lord, you're allowed in. You've never seen so many books. There are thousands of scrolls and tomes and books in here.
Oh, okay. So why don't we try the guy that previous person we spoke to said to speak to? I can't remember his name. Right?
Marcelo Helonia.
Yeah.
That was his name.
Why don't we start with that?
Sure. You ask around.
Yeah.
They say, "Oh yes. Chief librarian." Some hurries off and comes back with a dour-looking man.
Mm-hmm.
He looks you all up and down. He raises an eyebrow at Daucus. Don't know whether it's the sheer height of the bull or the nouveau riche clothing that he's got. He says, Candiano, Galina, weren't you a city guard? No, impossible. Anyway, why are you here? Why are you bothering me?
I just have one of those complexions.
Indeed you do. You do.
We have a few things that we're looking into. We are investigating possible business dealings or land transactions associated with the East. Possibly dealings between what was the town that the people were from?
Treviso?
Treviso.
So the two brothers are from the city of Padua, which is northwest of Venice, but they travel east through Treviso into and beyond the borders.
Yeah, we're looking for possible business dealings between perhaps some noble people in Padua and dealings past the borders.
Yeah.
Past the border into the lands to the east.
With stone.
Well, you'll be needing the financial records then. Mm-hmm. Do you have any particular permissions to view the Republic's financial records? Because obviously Padua is let us say, ever since the failed uprising, they are a vassal state. So everything that they purchase through government funds, we have a record of them. But obviously they are state records. Do you have permission to
yes,
look
well,
at
of course,
financial records?
I run the bank of was it Florence? Where was the bank that I was involved in running?
Yeah, you're kind of like affiliated with the Florentine Bank of the De Medici.
Yeah, so I'm an official of the Medici Florentine Bank. I am their official designated Venetian representative, and this is official business associated with that bank, and in conjunction with the Venetian financial authorities investigating these matters.
Yeah,
okay.
I think we might go talk to Enzio Core after this, maybe. So we just need to have our boots in a row, our ducks in a row. I mean, you got to have all the sheep or goats in a row, you know.
It's okay. Yes. He's an apprentice. He's kind of we are teaching him how things are done in these lands. He's still learning.
I think you need to work on that then. Yes. Well, come with me. He then briskly walks off, not looking back, expecting you guys to follow. He's got quite a quick pace. He takes you to a fairly quiet room, still huge, still filled with countless scrolls and tomes and scraps of collections of papers. He takes you to a table and says, you can look through any of these records. My colleague here will help you find the specific records that you want. And he kind of clicks his fingers, and quite an elderly man goes over, bald, long beard, has like black fingers from all the ink that he works with. And Marcello says, they're here, they're wishing to look at records of purchase of masonry or any goods by the House of Carrera of Padua with any companies outside the borders. The librarian nods, looks over to you, and says, right, I will get started. Is there any particular years that you're interested in?
I would say the past 12 months specifically.
12 months, right.
Yeah.
Right. He heads off. Marcello looks at the three of you and says, is there anything else? Or can I go? And you can stop wasting my time.
Well, while he's looking into that, how are we into this? We are also interested, I'm sure you've followed, as a man of great learning, you follow the historic events, is finding out what really happened to the Duke of Milan. There's a lot of rumours and mystery about that, but we would be interested if perhaps you know anyone who's been researching matters related to that in the Great Library here, or have any theories yourself as a man of, like I say, great learning and interest in the events of surrounding Venice.
He simply, well, all I know, as far as I'm interested, is he took ill and died. He must have, I reckon he'd took an injury, he got infected, and then he died. Truffled his mortal coils and is no doubt within hell, hopefully.
Do you know anything about the Ashen Phoenix? Or like some research having to do with that?
Wow. Right, everyone, can I have a... This is to spot his reaction, because I mean that is out of the blue.
Sorry.
Everyone, can I? No. Can I have a attention, empathy, and choose either emotion, intention, or weakness? Let me know which one of those three that you choose. But if you do have any of them, choose one and add that to your tally. So it's attention, empathy, and either emotion, intention, or weakness, if you have any of them. And then take off 20.
Whoa. I don't think that's possible unless I roll all 10s.
Take off 20. Okay. Well, I have 1 in weakness.
So you'd add +5.
Empathy. I have 1 in empathy, so I keep 1 dice or 2 dice. I always get that confused.
So yeah, empathy is your skill.
2 dice, yeah.
That's the number of dice that you keep.
Yeah.
Can I use that reflection?
Always.
1 means I keep 2 dice, right? Or no? Am I getting that?
No. So you keep a number of dice equal to your empathy.
Okay.
And your expertise becomes a bonus.
Okay.
You can, if you want, I mean, Daucus, if this was a deliberate to kind of get him off his toes, you can spend a backing point and add something such as, spend a society point and apply either your estate or your backing, and that would allow you to keep an additional dice, because you're asking him a question out of the blue, and he doesn't know if you're trying to trick him into revealing something that he shouldn't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't use network.
All of you can.
Yeah. So
No. Yeah, go on. I will allow network. Go on then. And it's the same for both of you. Like, it's like all three of you. You can.
After the minus 20, I got a 14.
so we can add another dice for network. Is that right?
Yep. Yeah. Spend a society point. Keep an extra die.
How do you have to write anything down to spend a society point, or that's just?
Yeah. So you've got so next to society, you've got pool,
Yeah.
and you just keep track of how many points you've got in society.
Oh, so you just add up how many things you've got.
Yeah. Next to so you've got 3 favoured society.
Yes.
The number of ranks in all 3, add them together, and that's your society pool.
Okay.
Can I use a
So,
surveillance or reflection or?
No. Reflection
Awareness.
is in a defense. Nope, it's empathy because it's you. Oh, okay. If you want, I'll let you roll perception instead, but it has to be surveillance.
Yeah, surveillance. All right.
Okay. Well, anyway, I got 28, 20. Hang on. 28 plus 9 is 30.
No, damn.
Hang on. 19, 28 plus 5, 33.
Yeah, I did not get
Take
that.
3, take off 20, so you got 1. Matteo got 1. Daucus got.
I got a 23.
So you don't notice anything.
Yeah.
Matteo and Pietro, you notice that Marcello drops this whole. He's rude, he's blunt, and he looks down at everyone, including you two, who are nobles by birth. The moment Daucus mentions and asks about the Ashen Phoenix, he regards all 3 of you in a completely different light. You're not sure exactly why or what's behind it. And he simply says, "No, I've never heard of the Ashen Phoenix.
I would just ask
Who or what do you believe to be the Ashen Phoenix?"
I don't know. I just heard it.
Did you say he was being rude?
Yeah, he doesn't say anything rude. He just talks to you as if you're dirt on his shoes. Like he's already said, "You're wasting my time. Are you finished with me?" He's short with you.
Who's this guy?
He's the chief librarian, Marcelo Helonia. He's the one that was recommended for you guys to speak to about your queries on the Duke of Milan's death.
We've got something. So
yeah, go on.
I'm so terrible with the names. Who was the lady? What was it? Marina Galina.
Yeah, that's.
I say,
Mateo's
Yeah,
aunt.
Marina
Galina. We could speak to you about these matters.
About what? Sorry, I have. I'm a bit confused. There's someone talking about something called the Ashen Phoenix. We have financial records for Padua. Is there something else? The Duke?
About trying to find out some more details of what maybe really happened to the Duke of Milan and matters surrounding his sudden rise, I guess, to power. How quickly he gathered those forces. We're trying to understand because we're concerned this could happen again with Milan, that they were on a rapid rise and it was snuffed out. But unless we really understand what happened there, we don't know that it won't happen again.
Well, I'm pretty sure the forces of Padua, under the control of Johannes de Tizago and the Lord Carrera, will deal with any possible recurrence of the Milanese threat. He kind of sighs and looks to the three of you and says, yes, I do know about the Ashen Phoenix, and I do know that you are a red hand, that you're a red hand, and you're a red hand. You probably then did not notice me in the background of the courts when you were introduced. I am the chronicler of Venice. What do you wish to know about the Ashen Phoenix, Daucus?
I was confused. I wanted to know because, the Viper had that mysterious, like we were all there. We were fortified. We were in trouble. The Viper was going to get us. And then suddenly he wasn't, and he was gone. And I just wondered if maybe that was the culprit. And I don't know. I mean, it all seems like a lot to me.
I will be back. Give me an hour. There is a certain book that if you are genuinely interested in with what's been going on, it may be worth a read. But give me an hour. Okay. He kind of sighs, rolls his eyes, and then heads off. During that time, the librarian brings out a whole load of books, mostly ledgers, and then he just puts them all on the desk for you, and then steps back, watches you, making sure that you don't steal anything, and then you guys can investigate. Do any of you have investigation research?
Find that.
Nope.
Investigate. Well, no, I have investigate. That's the one
so
I
you
don't
can make
have.
the roll.
Yeah, I just have.
But it's
Yeah.
in front of you. There's that you have the records.
Mhm.
So you can either investigate through research. So memory. Human investigation plus research, or if you wanted to kind of use what bits of snippets of information that you get here, and you can go outside and speak to other nobles, tradesmen, that sort of thing. You can try and pick up information through rumors, but that's a separate role. It's up to you. At the moment, you've got records, and if you've got investigation, you can still make the roll. But it would be acumen, investigation, and if you have research, add research to it. I'll give you +5 also to this roll because you've got direct access.
All right. Yeah, I've got pretty good
paperwork.
numbers on that, so I'll give it a go. Well,
Anyone else?
8
Yeah, I'll
dice,
give
and
it a
I
go.
keep 3. So
Okay, go ahead.
I got a 20.
Oh. Okay, I've done another one of my good rolls here. So
6. If you give me a +5.
Yeah, +5, yeah.
Yeah, 26.
26.
I rolled
Cool.
a 10, and I kept 2.
Right. No problem. Right. So, I just need to check something.
I'm really surprised I can read any of these documents.
42, and we get
Yeah, you
plus
do have law,
5,
don't
is
you?
that right?
So, Daucus, do you have law?
Nope.
Oh, well, you can't read. So you can't. Sorry, I thought you could. I thought you had law. Right? Yeah, you can't read. So, yeah.
Well, I just
That's
feel
not
I got
gonna-
a feeling it's in this area right over here. I just feel it in my little tentacles, my little bear fur.
In your tentacles, right? Okay.
Okay, so I got a 47.
Wow.
Right.
I've
Wow.
got 2
Okay.
10s, and I've got a lot of dice. So yeah.
Okay. Matteo, were you getting involved? Were you reading some of the papers?
I think it's frozen.
Oh, is he frozen?
Well, he's frozen.
Yeah, he
I
is,
think he's
isn't he?
having some
Right,
computer,
okay, so...
computer love issues. He's
Okay.
muted. He's frozen.
Well, we'll wait for him to come back. So,
Yeah.
Pietro, what you find out is that the brothers, the youngest, they're actually the two brothers. They're called Marcelio and Uberino. You also find out that they have been purchasing masonry for Padua's defences under the guidance of Gerardo Fosetta. Gerardo Fosetta is Agnito's husband, the Lord of Treviso. You also find out from the records of where they've been to that they've been going further afield than normal to the city of Undine. That's a city within the Duchy of Austria. Do you read out loud, Pietro, when you're going through this, or are you more of a mental? It's in your head.
Well, look, because we're a team here, I'm going to anything that I come across that's relevant, I'll say, oh,
Yep.
and I've seen this and I've seen that. So I'll be like mentioning kind of what I see as I go. Important facts.
Sure. The moment you mention Udine, Daucus, you've always said that your family are from the mainland into the like further north from the lagoon, and it's like this. I think your family made their small fortune or made their living in
mining
the quarries
in the north. Yeah,
mining. Yep. Your family historically is from the city of Undine.
Mm-hmm.
So you know that area. I think you moved to Venice when you were a young kid or a young man, but growing up, you were raised in that area, so you know that area quite well.
I know all about the city, Undi.
Yep. Yeah, yep. And the last thing, Pietro, because you got 40, so that's an outstanding success. The last thing you find out is the funds spent is significantly higher than the cost of the stone purchased.
Okay. So, okay, we have something here. So I think, right, I've got my notebook and pen. I'm going to note down, does it have the name of I guess it has the name of the merchants and things. These are financial records that they were purchasing.
Yes, yeah. Good question.
Note that
Good
down.
question.
I'll note down like the principal amounts, so I see that discrepancy.
Yeah.
And
there is one
there
name.
Yeah, I'll go on.
Where is he? Right. There is a quarry owner.
Yep.
By the name of Tamas Benedek.
Okay.
Tamas Benedek. He is one of the people who the brothers have been dealing with. He owns a quarry, and a lot of the stone.
Is he in Udine or is he in Treviso or?
No, he is near the city of Udine.
Okay.
Udine. Udine.
All right. So we found out something. Anything else to look for, guys? Or should we take this back to Marina Galina?
Well, it was Agnito that's asked you to find out this information,
sorry,
not Marina. Marina just said if you're curious about what happened to the Duke.
That was her. Okay.
Yeah, that's a separate thing. Yeah.
Right.
Agnita's asked, I think, will have asked you to keep this investigation quiet because until she's got evidence, it's just a hunch.
Yes.
And she doesn't want to cast aspersions on her friend's family. So what I'm looking for at the moment is... Right. The chief librarian returns.
Mhm. It's not working. He comes back with a book. He waits for the librarian to have put everything away and has a private. He just kind of loiters until the guys put all the papers back. The librarian checks that you haven't stolen anything. Have you kept any of the papers? No, I just copied down some important points.
Okay, no problem. So he brings back a book. It's a history book. It's in regards to a period of time during the second half of the 11th century, so between 1080 and 1100s. He says, read this. It may be of some interest to you, but let us say this is the only thing that I've found that has any sort of correlation to your query on the fate of the Duke. He then slides the book over to you, Pietro, and Matteo, and then heads off. And there's just you guys in this room. The librarian's still in the corner. He's watching you guys, but he's not saying anything. He's not doing anything. He's just watching, waiting for you guys to leave with the book. What are you doing?
Okay, so we are supposed to read the book here, or we can take it.
No, he just slides the book over to you and doesn't say anything. It's entirely up to you.
But he's still watching us.
The chief librarian has left.
Oh, okay.
The other librarian, when you finish with the financial papers, he spends half an hour putting the papers away, making sure everything's accounted for, and then he kind of stands to attention, waiting for something.
Well, while he's doing that, how big is this book?
It's about 50, 60 pages.
Small book.
Okay.
It wouldn't take you too long to read it, if you want to read it here.
Okay, I'll read it here.
Yeah, sure. You go through it. The gist of it is it's to do with a historical figure by the name of... Now, he's French. So his name is Robert Guiscard. He was a Norseman who traveled from France and invaded parts of the Italian peninsula. And working from the south, his forces swept northwards, and they were about to take on the Lombardy region, which is this area, all the way across to Milan, when he too was struck down by a mysterious illness and then died. They said that he and his army was all struck down by typhoid, and then when his army died and he died, that whole invasion or expansion of what is now the Norman lands of Naples stopped. So what happened to the Duke of Milan has happened before, and this was about 200 years ago. No. 14. No, about 300 years ago. Because it's 1400, and it happened just before 1100. So 300 years ago, the same thing happened. And that's all you can get from the book.
Okay. So we've got that from the book. I get no other clues about a theory or anything, or just that fact.
No.
Who wrote it?
There is some...
Are there any notes in it, like handwritten notes?
There is. It was written by a historian, little known. We'll call him Alberto Rossi or whatever. There are little scribblings on certain pages that don't seem to be relevant to anything. But what you do notice is strange is that there is some script written on the same page or the same pages relevant to Robert Guiscard that is in a language that you've never seen before. The letters don't mean anything. It's not English, it's not Latin, it's an alphabet that you've never seen before.
Yeah.
How many pages is that? Oh, it's like a few pages here and there.
Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 pages that covers Robert's rise, his invasion, his victories, how he's close to taking over all of the Italian peninsula, and then his death.
Can I try and use sleight of hand to take the pages with that weird script out of the book and just pocket it?
Yeah, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
The guy is kind of watching you.
Thieving back.
Is anyone?
Yeah, I'll get a little antsy because I can't read and I'm real bored. I start like walking around and picking at things.
All right. That will distract the librarian. Fine. So you don't get any detriment to this roll.
okay. So what trait do I use, or what do I?
So, sleight of hand will be
Yep. And then
control. So
Right.
control knavery, and then add sleight of hand.
Okay. So I get dice pool. I get 4.
I'll be right back. I gotta get the door.
Yeah, sure.
Knavery, I've got 2. So okay. 10. Okay, so I keep 2, but I got 110, so 19 plus 6, 25, 1 sleight of hand. Okay, 30.
Brilliant. Okay. You discreetly detach the pages from the spine, slip them into your pocket or whatever,
Yep.
and then the book's closed. The librarian he's distracted by Daucus, who's kind of being antsy.
Okay.
And you manage to leave
Okay.
with
Yep.
with that paper in hand.
Okay, great.
The 3 of you head out. Where are you going now?
I think we should head back to, what was it, Agnita?
Yeah.
Agnita? Yeah, sure.
Tell her what we
Did-
discovered, because we have relevant information.
Yeah.
Sure.
Did
No problem. Head
did I
back
see
to
any of the weird characters, or would I not know any difference between? It all just looks like Greek to me, right?
You would know.
Did I even notice him
Yeah,
stealing those papers? Because he got a high roll,
It's up to
and
you.
I was kind of bored. I wasn't looking out for it. I just.
Right. Fair enough. It's
just
Pietro,
wanna
were you
know.
doing this?
Yeah, it seems like Pietro
Would
did it
Daucus have seen
stealthily.
you do it?
Would he have seen me do it? I mean, I think I wasn't.
would you
I was
show him
trying
the
to hide
papers
it
later?
from the. I was trying to hide it from the librarian, not from Daucus.
Yeah,
So I would have been
Yep.
keeping an eye on like what the librarian was looking at, and probably kind of ignoring Daucus. So it's
Yeah.
possible he might have seen me.
Yeah. So Daucus was distracting the librarian,
Mhm.
and the librarian was looking at Daucus. So chances are you probably, if you'd seen them before you started stealing the pages, it would have, as you say, would have looked like Greek. But if you were to see them again, if you do see them again, you would notice that they don't look like any language that you've ever seen written. You don't understand any of it, but it's quite distinct. It just doesn't look like a contemporary language. Okay. You head back to the hotel. Agnita meets you. Wow, you were back so quickly. I hadn't realised you found something.
Yes, we discovered, and I'll get out my notebook, that the brothers spent this amount of money on masonry, but the actual goods they received was only this much. So there appears to be a substantial sum of money really unaccounted for.
So they are stealing from their own family.
One second.
They are stealing. Okay.
It sure seems like that,
Right.
dearie, my lady.
Okay.
Certainly, it's something that I can't explain. Yeah.
Okay. Do you show her just the? Do you show her any of your notes on the financial stuff?
Yeah, I open my book so she can see that I've written down these are my notes, and some of the notations about the name of the trader Thomas Benedac, so that I have a few details so that it sounds like this isn't just made up bullshit. Yeah.
Okay. She sits back. You can clear that she's worried. Right. There is something else. And I don't know if it's too much of a coincidence. We have 3 things that's going on. And I don't know if they're connected or what. And if they are connected, I don't know. I don't know if I'm more afraid if they are connected or if they're not. The first thing is the brothers. That strange behavior has been going on for months. And she looks at one of your notes and says, there is a purchase that happened a mere month ago. About a month ago is when the Lord Francesco Novello da Carrara marched west to marched upon the cities of Vicenza and Verona. And it's also the same time that my lady Karola Kurara, the Red Hand of Padua, went missing. I don't know if all 3 are connected. If they are connected, I believe there is a greater plot afoot. And if it is if it's a plot that spans not just one of the most powerful severed souls in the region, but the lord of a city and 2 treacherous brothers who are heading into enemy lands, I don't know how deep the plot goes. I feel now that I can't speak to anyone except you 3. What I would like is, could you venture north to my city? When I left, the brothers were making their way to Treviso. They're probably still there. If they are, I would like you to follow them and find out what they're doing, where they're going, who they're meeting, what they're coming back with. If not, I understand you have pressing concerns of your own, no doubt, within Venice. It is simply, I ask a favour, 2 favours, and that is the first of the 2 favours. If you say no, I fully understand, but I feel that we need to know what is going on with the brothers. Marcelio and Uberino, if they're up to something, I feel that they are trying to maybe mislead Francesco. Francesco is their father, and yes, I don't know. The second thing I'm concerned about is the lady, Karola. She is a red hand, very powerful. It's not the first time that she has left the mundane realm, but she's usually back by now. She left a few months ago, and as I say, she's usually returned to Padua or Venice, and she has not. So I feel as though she is still in the Shadowlands, which is where she goes to meet her long-lost love. I am a mere initiate. I cannot travel the Shadowlands, but you are severed souls. You can. However, you will need a guide. And there is...
Is there a guide?
Yes.
That's nice.
There is someone that I've heard of. His name is Bimund Irovich. He lives in the city of Parenzo in the state of Istria. She takes out a piece of paper. She kind of signs something out. It's like a she's already written it, and then she's just finishing it off, and then she's signing it. If you can convince him, and I'm sure the contents of this letter, she gets some wax, she seals it. The contents of this letter, his attention alone, will be enough to get him to assist you in traversing the Shadowlands. Yes. Again, it is 2 favors that I ask of you. I'm not expecting you to accept either of them, but if you could, I would be indebted to you. And perhaps, if there is a greater conspiracy, all of Venice and the whole region, now that we are on the verge of another war, the whole region will be in your debt if you can uncover what the brothers are doing and also find out what has happened to Karola.
Which do you feel is the most pressing to do first?
I don't know enough about how the Shadowlands works, so I would say if the brothers are moving east or planning to move east for another meeting or another deal, then you have a very narrow window of opportunity to meet them at my husband's city of Treviso. The Shadowlands, it would take you several days, maybe a week, to cross the Adriatic Sea.
I see.
I would say investigating the brothers if you wish to investigate the brothers, you would have to leave now.
Okay. And what do I know about who are we speaking to, Agneta, about the wealth of their family? Is it a very wealthy family?
Treviso is a minor city. It's in some respects, it's just a really large town. it kind of pays tribute to Venice. So it's not a wealthy city.
And the particular like noble family that she is a part of, then are they like? I'm thinking about getting her to fund this mission for us, so I want to try and squeeze her for as much as I can.
Oh yeah. She's more than happy. She's more than happy. She can get you funds.
We want the finest tortoise and all of that.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Yeah. I can arrange that. You will also need.
I think I've kept the horse that I got in the previous.
Yeah, I think. What's your estate? Because you can keep the horse as long as you can afford to keep the horse.
Yeah, I have one in estate.
So that won't be enough to keep a horse and everything else that you have. Like, you'll have a certain quality of life, and then having a horse as well. Because bear in mind, not many people ride horses in Venice because it's not a. It has more canals than roads,
Yes,
so to speak.
It's kind of a pain to get
the
around
urban
on a
areas.
horse.
All right.
Yeah.
So I want to. Okay. So I want to negotiate for whatever I think would be like a good amount for this mission plus some extra. Like I'm going to try and like.
Yeah, that's good.
Say, oh, I think we need, whatever, 200 gold coins or whatever the currency is,
Yeah, sure. It takes her a few hours, maybe like half a day, so that by the time she meets up with you again, you've got, all three of you have got like maybe 60 lira or whatever the currency is. I can't remember, which is more than enough. You're also given papers and kind of like an alternative identity, because if you travel to Treviso as yourselves, people are going to ask lots of questions. So she can, if you want, she can try and get papers prepared for you that would identify you as officials acting on behalf of a particular noble family. Or if you do wish to go as yourselves, then
Yeah, I think
you'd have to explain why you're in Treviso.
some ideas for maybe our travel papers and whatnot. We should be a trading embassy from the city of Ferrara, because I do feel like our two cities should establish some back and forth trade. I know that we do grow quite a bit of food, and I'm sure that
Right. Yes. I mean, she says, would you be able to prepare? I mean, I can get you the paper, ink, quill, whatever. If you can, I mean, you are the Lord of Ferrara.
yeah.
So,
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, I could get that. I would have my assistant Alfredo prepare all that stuff. He's good at it.
okay. Yeah, it's fine. She just, whatever you need, she can either provide or do what she can to help you.
Okay, that sounds like a good plan. That sounds like a good plan to me. So let's be a trade, and maybe I'm a representative of like the some small Venetian bank who's on this mission to assist. Not my actual bank, but a different one.
Okay. Right. Right. Yeah. Sure. Okay. Right. She spends about a day. Whatever you guys. What I'm saying is, in the future, if there's anything that you think, oh, actually, we forgot about this, we can say that you did do it. You did ask for Agnita to get this for you. So it's kind of a get out of jail free card that she's more than happy to prepare for you guys. So half the day passes, it's late at night. By the time she comes back, she's got whatever papers you need for your identities. She does she seems to have a contact with the Justinian family, who's like a minor family that has roots outside of Venice. You're not sure how she has connections with this particular family, but she does. And if you're looking for cover that for a bank that's not your own or a source of finance, she'll draft one up that's under this family.
Let's do that then. Okay. Sounds good. I'm representing their financial kind of interests, and they're looking to make some deals, expand, whatever.
No problem. I do plan on going as myself as Daucus Carota, the Lord of Ferrara.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. Matteo can either go as Matteo or whoever.
I've had enough of playing other people.
Yeah. No more Luigi 2 for you, Ken.
I want to be my authentic truth.
I'll wait for Bill to finish. Is he eating?
No, continue.
Oh, right. Because you went there before. So Agnita's asked all three of you for two favors. One, to investigate the two brothers, Marcelio and Uberino, and then also to investigate what's happened to the lady Karola Kurara. And she knows that Karola spends time with her dead love in the Shadowlands, and she knows of a Shadowlands guide, a ghost walker by the name of Bimund in Parenzo. She's pretty much said if you need a cover for your identity so you don't travel as yourselves, she can provide you with that information. Daucus is going to go as himself.
Word.
Pietro is going to go as a representative of the Justinia family.
I'll go as myself.
You go as yourself. Right, brilliant. Right then. Next morning, you are given the papers from Agnita to cover any sort of identity, cover story, anything like that. You're also given the sealed letter to Bimund and a map, which I am going to find the map now. Right. Ken, I'm going to send over another picture or another map to you.
Yep. Very cool. Speaking of which, if we're heading north, does that mean we'll be crossing about where Angoa is?
You can. Yes, you can make a detour. Yep. Yeah.
I mean, that not take us too far out, or do you think that would delay our travel?
No. Because she's the spirit of a river, and or effectively the river mouth that leads into the lagoon. But yes, you could take a slight detour. Ken, I've just sent over another map.
Maps are us. I got the map.
This is the map that you got it.
Yeah.
And then
it's cloudy.
Yes, that's deliberate. I'll let you put that on the live stream so Adrian and Bill can have a look at it.
Okay. Yeah, if I had these maps ahead of time.
I know, I apologize. I didn't know
so just
how
to
far
coincide,
you'd get. Yep.
in terms of the horses, I'm going to try and rebuy the horse that I had, the Grey Francesco the Wise, when I got that really good horse, because I like that.
Right.
And it did well.
That'll take you quite a while to
These
track
fucking
down.
horses, man.
Okay. It's going to take quite a while. Doesn't matter. But
Yeah.
I'm not talking about it
Because it's been a year.
John.
It's been a year.
John loves those fucking horses. He's
Yeah,
like, oh,
the
you want a
horses are
horse?
big.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Well, it turns out in Venice, everyone's a cunt who sells a horse.
Yeah.
Like, oh, wait. Who are you?
Yeah.
Are these coins for you? Oh, my God. Fucking sharp-eyed motherfuckers. Hi.
I shall wait for Ken to get that map up. There you go. Brilliant. Right. So this is the map. You both can see that?
Matteo looks at it and he goes, this is a shitty map.
Aw.
It's like someone marked out all the things. What?
Yeah. So the
It's
map
Fog of
itself
War is what
looks
that
like
is.
it looks like it's at least 3 or 4 centuries old.
It does, actually. It looks really nice, actually. Just, we got a fog of war going on.
The red circle is the only thing that looks like it's been written recently. Everything else just looks as though everything's faded.
Okay.
The bit where it says to the lagoon, Venice, and to Fort Malamocco is on there, but it's not as clear font as that. That's more of an aid for you as players and narrator because obviously this map's in the adventure module.
Wait, this is a map of what town? Which town?
You're not sure. Looking at it, where it says to the lagoon and then to Fort Malamocco, anyone with law and anyone with history will know that Venice, or the capital of the lagoon, wasn't always in Venice. Years ago, the original capital city, or the capital community of the lagoon, was set in Malamocco, which is on one of the islands further south. It was only after a major invasion and all the communities had to retreat further into the lagoon that the capital moved from Malamocco to Venice, or the Rialto Isles, now known as Venice. So looking at that, you reckon that is the city of Malamocco. You've never been there, so you don't know if that map is still representative of the modern day Malamocco.
Okay, sorry, I must have missed something, tuned out for a sec. Who gave us this map?
This map is from Agnita. This is the map. She says this is the map that will help you in the Shadowlands.
Oh, help us in the Shadowlands. Okay.
Yep.
I kind of look at the
And
map. I'm like,
the letter,
Right,
and
but we're
the
not
letter
looks
going
like
in.
the
that she gives you
Shadowlands.
with it.
Yeah,
No. This map is just to be kept for later on.
okay, great. That's fine then. For now, we're heading
Right.
to, is it Padua or Treviso? I'm not sure which one, but
Heading towards Treviso.
Treviso.
So
Okay.
you get on a boat and you paddle or raft or whatever. You head northwards. Daucus, were you wanting to take a slight detour and meet up with Angua.
Yeah, do I think she'd be all like, not happy to see me, or do I? I mean, I feel like I should go and visit if I'm just in the area, like I'm stopping by to say
You are in the
hi.
area.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
gotta
sure.
see it.
Do you explain to anyone else?
I think that Matteo has seen her before. If he hadn't, I think we.
Who is she?
She was my courtesan friend.
Oh yeah, of course we're going there. I understand how that is. I'll find the bar, and then I go to the bar.
Yeah, I don't think Matteo was there for the grand reveal though.
No.
So.
She was the
he has
lady
to
in
do
the
it
lake.
also-
Oh, okay.
There is also a fourth pet. Well, there's. I'm saying that there's 5 people there. There's you 3. Nicolo, which is Sketch's character, who's been quiet throughout this whole adventure, and the boatman, who is the one that's.
Yeah, the
If you
boatman,
imagine it's a
think
lagoon.
he's not a red hand, is it?
Everybody.
No, he's just a man who you've paid to ferry you out from Venice across the lagoon to the mainland.
Well, I feel like he shouldn't be there
Well,
for the meeting.
unless
he needs to stay with
you
the
guys
boat.
have got to sail. Yeah. Well, you're on the boat at the moment.
No,
So-
no, we do have sail. A Sketch's character is a sailor.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Yep.
We don't
okay.
need- we don't
Sketch
need
is the
him.
boatman.
I do
that's
have,
fine. That's fine.
I do
Okay.
have my buddy Alfredo with us. I hope my cohort.
Right. Sure. Alfredo, have you taken any ranks in associates? It's a society tree. I want to find out if he's an initiate. If he's an initiate, then he can be. He wasn't.
Yeah, I have an associate. Yeah, I got a
Yep.
rank in associate.
So he's initiate. He's okay
Yeah.
with magic. That's fine.
He's
Right.
the one. He's the
Nick-
one that handles all my financials. Because it's not me.
Of course, right. Yep. No, that's fine. That's fine. So Nicolo stays with the boat. The 4 of you, once the boat hits the river mouth, you get onto the mainland. You're by the mouth of the river. What do you do?
Well,
Lead the way, Daucus?
Yeah, I was gonna go and talk to Angua and maybe ask her what she knows about any of this stuff.
Okay. Can you remember the last time how you communicated with her?
I sat around for about 5 days, and I wished upon a star, and I pined, and I wailed,
Okay.
and I gnarled my teeth.
Who
And
are
I
we
got-
meeting here? Is this like an avatar or something? Or
Yeah, she's my spirit angel.
oh, okay.
Bill and Adrian, please both roll a d10.
I go to the bar.
There's no bar.
I'm
We're
not
in the middle of the.
Five.
We're on the side of the river.
5.
Get a 5.
You both got a 5. Right, okay. Day 1. You follow Daucus up the river. You can't. To you two, you're just walking up and along a river. Occasionally, Daucus will stop and have a look down upon the waters. Daucus, you're trying to find the place that you went to last time where you successfully managed to, I don't know, summoned by will alone, Angua, to finally emerge from the water. That takes a couple of hours for you to find that spot. And when you do, you're waiting. Day 1 passes.
Sounds like hiking with Ken. So where are we going? He's just gone. Fucking long legging that shit.
Yeah.
Uh,
See you guys.
Daucus, bearing in mind that you have only a small window of opportunity to catch the brothers before they leave Treviso, do you wish to stay for a second day?
Well, I guess not. If we only have a small window, I guess we just keep moving. I thought it was worth a shot, and I kiss out at the river and be like, well, next time, Angua.
Bill and Adrian, another D10 roll, please.
10.
3.
Right, okay. She does not appear. You meet back up with Nicolo. The boat is brought up.
No. What?
What?
Nothing. I was just thinking the boat was sunk. There's arrows everywhere. Nicolo's dead. By the way, that was the wrong turn.
The body of Nicolo's drifting by. No.
You don't see him now. Let's go find it. Sorry.
Okay, so you guys head off to the nearest village. Agnita's given you plenty of money.
I go to the
this village. You can hire horses or go to the bar. Your choice.
Fuck you.
Do either of you? Do any of you get a horse? You can easily afford a horse with the money.
No. I refuse to ever get on a horse again. Eat ass. I go to the bar.
Right.
Yeah, I don't ride
Pietro,
horses.
do you get yourself a horse?
He definitely gets a horse. Pietro absolutely gets a horse.
Yeah, I'm going to look for like the handsomest looking horse.
Right. Okay. That costs you quite a lot of your 60 lira or whatever it is. Okay. You then head north to Treviso. You get onto the main road. Once you get onto the main road, your pace quickens. Despite being on a horse, you still have to trot the same speed as the other 4 who are on foot. I suppose Nicola will probably get a horse as well, so the 2 of you have got a horse. You eventually arrive at the city of Treviso. It's a humble town. Well, a humble city, large town. When you get there, you are met by 4 city guards. They ask you to stop and explain what's your business in Treviso.
We are on a trade mission to explore business opportunities. We're from what is it? Ferrara. Yeah, we're from Ferrara, and there is Lord. This is Lord Daucus, and I'm representing Venetian or the banks, and I bring out the papers to show the papers that say who we are and representing. So it's really just a simple kind of trade mission.
Okay. Do you have any seals or like to represent you the families that you belong to?
Well, the papers that we have that, but I assume.
Yeah.
I show them that.
Your papers has the seal of the Justinia family.
Yeah.
Daucus's noble family. So this seal doesn't belong to you; it belongs to the family that you married into.
Sure.
But you would have a ring on your finger that represents that family. Yeah. Same with you, Matteo. All of you have seals. Matteo and Daucus have the rings because you are representing the families that you belong to, while Pietro, yours is on a piece of paper. Okay. They
Make it
apologise for mistaking you for commoners. You're brought in, and you are introduced to the family guard, and you're escorted to the presence of Gerardo Fosetta, the Lord of Treviso, who you know to be the husband of Agneta. You're brought in. You are welcomed, given food, drinks, a hot bath each, and you are told that it is very fortuitous for you to be here because we are honoured once again to have the presence of the Carrera brothers, the Honourable Marcelio and the Honourable Uberino, who are about to set off in the morning, but we are having a feast to celebrate their successful trade deals, who have brought much of the masonry that has allowed us to rebuild much of Treviso and Padua and so forth. So get yourself freshened up, and once you are ready, we shall introduce you to the nobles of my humble city, Treviso. Gerardo, who's kind of like a bit of a foppish noble. Agneta's always come across as someone who's practical, gets down to the brass tacks. He, on the other hand, is very interested in just, the dandy side of being a noble. Okay, so you guys head off, get cleaned, dressed, eaten, blah, blah, blah. You all give him fresh clothes. Daucus, they struggle to find noble clothes that fit you, but they manage to find something that doesn't quite fit you, but it's the best that they've got. Few people have ever met anyone as tall and as brawny as you. Right. So, what can you do? So in the feast, when you're coming down the stairs, the three of you have a chance to talk to each other. Four of you, because Nicolo's there. It's for nobles only, so unfortunately Alfredo isn't allowed in, because he's not a noble, so he's not important. So the four of you are behind the closed double doors. You can hear behind the double doors that there's a party going on. Lots of talk. There's some music in there as well. But yeah, it sounds like there's quite a lot of people. A lot of merriment, a lot of drinking. Is there anything that you guys are wanting to do before you head in?
So I think we try and find out what we can about these brothers. Maybe we look for people who know them and have dealt with them, but we need to be subtle about it, right? We don't let them know we're investigating them. But maybe we can say we heard that they're doing business deals and that's what we're here for, and perhaps we should meet. Perhaps there's some mutual interest.
Yeah, I think that's a good plan. I feel like I could just go up and talk to the brothers and say, hey, how you doing? You want to set up a trade deal with Ferrara even? Because it sounds like they did a good job.
Yeah, well, let's get the lie of the land and see what we can find out about them, and then once we have a little bit of info, a little bit of a sense, we can see. Yeah. Possibly approach directly.
I also think we're nobles, right? So like we're special people. They should be wanting to talk to us. I mean, the outsiders, coming in with the money.
Yeah, possibly.
Hey.
We have to see. We have to see what's who's really here and what the scene is like.
Sure.
You know.
Sure. Okay. The doors then open, and there is a herald, and he proclaims that Lord Daucus. Daucus? What's your surname? Out of character.
Carota.
So Lord Carota.
Yeah.
So Lord Carota of Ferrara, Lord Galina of Venice, and Lord Giustinia of Venice, and Master Craftsman Niccolo. And as soon as your name's announced, everything goes quiet. The musicians in the background, they still play, but it's gone quiet. And everyone looks at the four of you. And then as soon as you walk in, are you walking in as a tight group, or do you kind of like walk in as a like four individuals, if you know what I mean? Or
I mean, we are coming as a trade emissary, so I think that's our cover story. So we should be together.
Okay. First of all, Gerardo heads over and says, Daucus, I'm glad they managed to find something for you. I must say, you are the tallest man I've ever known. You are a biological wonder, I would say. At this point, another lady wanders in and says, Lord Galina, how is the matriarch of your family? And then she kind of like ushers you, Matteo, off to one side, and like vultures on the scraps, there is at least one person, one noble lord or lady that kind of like swoops on each of you, and then they all start. You're slowly dispersed into you as four individuals. So Matteo, this lady asks, yes, how is the matriarch, the effervescent matriarch of the Galina family? I hope she's keeping the councilmen on their toes. And yourself?
He kind of nods. Indeed. You need a drink?
Oh, yes, I think so.
And
then she snaps her finger. Someone comes over, giving a glass of wine. She's giving a glass of wine.
We drink and talk about nothing important.
Right. She's very interested in if there's any gossip, the latest stories to have come out. Okay. Do you make shit up, or do you pass on?
I make it all up.
It's made all up, right? Can I get a interaction, guile, deceive?
Yeah, I'm probably not going to do this very well. I don't think I get shit. Guile. Right. So I actually keep both. That's nice. And deceive. I'm actually not too bad at deceiving. 20.
20. Yeah, you're pretty confident that hook, line, and sinker. She is curious about the murders that happened about a year ago, where noblemen were found floating in the canal.
People drown.
She's heard about that story. You recall that to be connected with the murder investigation that Daucus was involved in?
Yeah, I spin some tale that like Daucus may have killed them. Or or one of Daucus's men, because they like insulted their lady or something, and so Daucus and his troop of real chivalrous men beat them to death and drown them.
It was a duel of honor, was it?
Yeah.
She then looks over to Daucus and goes,
I've heard
is he married?
I've heard he has 2 dicks.
Look, you are too much. You're too much. And then she kind of like wanders off, but she does kind of like look back over at Daucus, very intrigued. Daucus, you are approached by a elderly man. He says, "So, you're the new Lord of Ferrara.
Yeah.
Is this true?"
This is very true. After Ferrara was attacked by Milan, it was a whole thing, and we were in a lot of trouble. But you know, we won the day, and now we need supplies and materials to rebuild our fair city.
So, as soon as there's the talk of the war against Milan, another person wanders over. Says, "So you fought in the battles?"
Oh yes, very very much so. They were very difficult battles. Milan has a very fast military speed. They travel incredibly faster than anticipated, faster than one would think. But we were fast too, and took the day by force, and defended.
Excellent.
And defended the lands around the Po.
And what do you then think of the Lord of Padua marching out to destroy what is now left of the Vipers family?
I find that to be I find that pretty good. The Vipers were bad people, so when people are bad, you gotta squish them. You gotta just
good.
Go
Yes,
right through.
Exactly. Yes. Excellent.
Defend your lands,
Pietro, you're approached by a nobleman. He it says, "So, what brings you and your fellow Venetians to Treviso?"
Well, we are actually representing Ferrero or Ferrara, and we are looking to establish trade deals. We have good produce, very great farming over there, and we are looking for deals for our goods. We are looking to build up that city. The fortifications, as I've seen, fine fortifications have been built in Treviso, and we're very interested in finding out, what the craftsmen that you've used and the latest techniques to really build up that fine city that's not far away from here.
Oh, well, I know that Venice has some magnificent architecture, but we have the best stonemasons. Oh, I mean, from far and wide, many come here to learn the feat of the greatest craftsman of all of Lombardy. We managed to get the stone from, where are they? Where are the brothers? And then he kind of turns around and points to 2 men who are watching all 4 of you, but they're off to one side. They're not really talking to anyone, and they're like muttering to each other, but you can see that they're either looking at you, or one of them's looking at Daucus, or looking at Nicolo, or Matteo.
Okay. Most impressive the work that has been done in this town, and I think that we have a great deal to learn from that, and I would love to find out more. And his brothers, I've heard, are very nice, charming men who have done great things for the city.
He laughs and says, "Are you sure you're talking about the same men? Huh. They're not. One of them. Well, they've given us good deals, good sources of stone, but I don't trust them. I must." And he makes sure that no one else can hear and says, "I wouldn't trust them as far as I could throw them. And keep an eye out. If you deal with them, keep an eye out. Just especially the older one. Yes, keep an eye out. Not to be trusted. Not to be trusted." Matteo, back to you. There is she's obviously, she knows by now that half of what you're saying is bullshit, but she's just enjoying the bullshit. And the more creative you get, the more enamored she is with you. Until there's like 4 or 5 people now listening to you talking bullshit. How far and how is there any people in Venice other than Daucus that you incriminate in your rumors?
Is there anyone that I don't like?
There was a fallout with Gerolamo. He was the fire starter who you were friendly with.
Yeah. No.
Do you remember him?
Yeah, I do. I won't
No.
talk shit about him.
You do?
We already settled that.
Okay.
No, for Marco, I'll say that he hides how good he is with a sword. I've seen him, take on 10 men at the same time.
10 men.
10 men. And that's on the battlefield. I've seen him take on 10 men after the pub too.
I think that is not possible. I mean, there was talk of one man. There was talk of one man. What was his name? Pietro, someone. Apparently, he took on 4 or 5 men in one of the battles with a dagger. They say 6 men with a dagger.
So except he didn't have a dagger. He didn't have a dagger. No.
Oh, you were there, were you?
I was there, and he didn't have a dagger. He stole someone's dagger, took it from his enemy, used their own dagger.
The first woman says, "I do you know what? I believe you. I would love to meet this Marco and this Pietro. They sound like true adventurers. The world doesn't. There isn't enough adventure in the world. It just I would.
Exactly what you mean.
I'd buy Marco and Pietro a drink right now, if they were here." And then they all raise their glass to Pietro and Marco. Pietro, you're having a conversation with someone, then all of a sudden, everyone's calling out your name at one corner of the room. You kind of you glanced over, and in the middle of the crowd is Matteo. And if Matteo can see you, would there be a grin on Matteo's yeah. Yeah. So yeah. So that Matteo, at one point, everyone's getting quite drunk by this point. It's about 3 or 4 hours.
Yep.
A burly looking guy wanders over to the group.
Okay.
And says, "So, are you a swordsman yourself? Yeah. You don't really talk much about your own fighting skill."
I mean, I know how to hold one.
Oh, I'm pretty sure you're just being modest now.
Would you like to see mine? As he pulls it out and hands it to him.
Okay, takes it, looks at it. He kind of...
It's not fabulous. It's well made, but
Yeah.
It's a well-made, like, just common sword.
Sure.
Like, it doesn't have jewels or anything. It's just, I want it to be like a well-made sword.
Sure. When he's looking at it, because it's not fancy, he's looking at the pommel, crossguard. He's not that fussed with the blade itself. It's obviously, when he's looking at it, if it doesn't look good, it isn't good. And he kind of like hands it back to you and kind of shrugs, and then he takes out his blade.
Does it look like
and on the blade?
Doing?
You're not. If he does, there's no grace in his movement. No grace whatsoever. When he takes his sword out, he just unbuckles the sheath and hands it to you, and you can see that the blade, or the handle, and the pommel has the insignia of the Carrara family. You notice that the scabbard itself looks well worn, as though it's not new, and it's obviously seen action.
I'll look.
But he doesn't draw the blade.
Look down. I mean, I'll draw the blade. I'll look down, and basically do the samurai test. Like, check the weight, look at the edge, see if it's straight, etc., etc., etc.
It's unbalanced and it's notched. He doesn't look after the blade. He does look after the handle, because that's polished and it's got like a new strap around the handle, but the metal blade itself, not looked after.
Matteo will put it back and hand it back to him. It's a fine grip and pommel. Did you use alabaster on that?
Alabaster? What do you mean?
What's it made of?
What it's made of? Well, it's steel.
Oh, the entire thing is steel. Because you'll kind of like look at it again. Mine is.
Oh well,
a combination of wood.
the handle. You can't, obviously flustered, and at this point, someone who looks quite similar to him steps forward and says, "Marcelio, he means the handle. The blade is steel, but the handle is, we don't know. It's some sort of metal. It's got gold leaf, leather handle. As for the metal, we don't know. It looks good.
As Matteo's
it gets the
looking at
job
it,
done."
As Matteo's looking at it, he says, "Well, swords are made in so many different ways. Who can keep up?"
So, you know your swordscraft then?
I have a very good friend who runs a school. He's taught me a little bit.
No problem. You notice that a lot of the crowd, with the two brothers approaching, everyone else disperses. Daucus and Matteo, especially you, Pietro, you notice that the two people who were stood off to one side has now wandered over towards Matteo. Daucus, you've been going from person to person, and you can see that the two people who you've been told are the brothers, Carrara, are now talking to Matteo. Nicolo will head over. Do you two head over towards Matteo and the two brothers?
Yeah. And can I just ask if I can make one slight modification? Given that everyone else is just being themselves, it doesn't really make sense that I was going as someone else. I thought we were going to go as this. No. Can I just be Pietro and forget that line?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Now you want
Because I'm the guy who killed 5 guys a day.
Yeah.
Actually,
he takes all his fake papers and puts it in his pocket, and he pulls out his real papers.
Yeah.
My mind tricks. I'll use my power to wipe that memory from everyone.
Okay. Yeah. That's fine. That's fine.
Okay. I like to, catching their eyes and such. I'll be moving the brothers to them as well.
Sure.
To Daucus
Then,
and Pietro.
Yeah, the 6 of you then form a circle. You all have drinks in hand, and you're all talking. The brothers kind of, they don't realize at first that they've been cornered, so to speak. But then once they realize that the 4 of you and those 2 are together, there's a brief moment where you think they're gonna like just turn around and wander off, but they stick around and they go quiet.
It's just kind of us, right? Like us and them.
Yep, just the 6 of you.
There's a point where I kind of look over, since we're kind of off to our sides, ourselves. I'll be like, maybe a little bit drunk, or tipsy. I'm actually not drunk, as in like Matteo can hold liquor, but he's sitting there. He's like, sometimes I just get so tired with the status quo.
What does that mean? Says the burly one of the 2.
I look over at Pietro. No, we came here to do business.
Yes, we've seen the fine walls that have been built, and we are representing Ferrara and looking to make the similar improvements in that town. And we would love to learn, how you managed to do this, where you found the best resources. If we can, as an allied town, if we're stronger, you're stronger. The next time Milan or another enemy threatens us, we all face them together.
Yeah, I've heard tale of some pretty amazing things happening from the town of Undi, and I've always wanted to go visit. It just seems like such a nice place. And maybe establish some, because we got spices, we got food, we got all kinds of stuff in Ferrara, and we got a lot of damage from that war with Milan. So I'd like to rebuild that city, and I think you boys might be able to do it. I mean, you men, you lords.
Well, what exactly are you proposing?
Well, I mean, I would imagine the food is pretty good here, but I'll pull out some spice from Ferrara and be like, smell this spice. It smells pretty good, doesn't it?
If you say so. I mean, food's food.
And I give them a little sample smell. I don't know.
So the burly one is quite blunt as well. Food's food, but you notice that the other person, the brother, kind of smiles, kind of like rolls his eyes at his brother's rudeness. And they kind of look at each other for a moment. The burly one shrugs his shoulders. Sorry, 1 second. Just checking. The burly one, the one who's quite rude, is called Ubertino. And the one who's a bit more polite is called Marcelio. Marcelio reaches in, takes some of the herbs, tries it, smiles. Yeah, that's possible, but our trade is just simply between ourselves and the cities along the way. Ferrara is quite a distance away from here, and if you need stone, the people that we buy the stone from, they just want money. And they want a lot of money.
That's true, but it's funny you say money, because spice is worth so much more than gold in this, you know, day and time that it is it's easier to transport, it's lighter, and it really does. You should try my mother's recipe and her home cooking.
Can I have a interaction influence charm, please?
Okay.
I'll give you +5 for the group attack, so to speak, with the three of yous interacting with them.
Charm. Um, 33. And you said you gave a what kind of bonus?
+5, yeah.
38. I'm a charming fella. I have to say that
you've got +15 in charm. So yeah, cool, brilliant. He Marcelio says, "We'll think about it." As I say, we're just representing Padua. We have the money, we buy the rocks, we come back with the rocks, we get more money, and backwards and forwards.
right. And Ferrara's off the Po River, so it really no trouble at all to get that stuff on a boat and have it sail right around.
Do you have the money with you? I think, to be fair, I don't think Tamas is going to be that interested in spices. He kind of looks at his brother, and his brother grins, kind of a sneer, and says, "Yeah, you think we've got no taste? But Tamas has no taste whatsoever. He's just a commoner with a bit of money. He digs up the rock. That's it.
Right.
But if you got the money now,
we do have
with us if you want.
We do have money in Venice, and we would have to go get it, but we could bring it. Absolutely. I do want to see the quality of the goods before we get too deep into.
I can draw up. I am the Venetian representative of the Florentine Bank, the Medici Bank, and I am authorized to draw up a contract that is binding with the bank for any deal.
Okay. Well, let's say you travel with us. We're setting off in the morning. And yeah, you travel with us. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. Brilliant. No, sounds good. Marcelio goes to say something, then he stops and says, "Yeah, we'll see you in the morning. I feel that the drink is dulling my wits." And Ubertino at this point says, "Yeah, let's not talk anymore before you sell the family jewels." And they grin at each other. They bid you all good night, and they say, "Right, we're leaving first light.
Okay.
We'll see you in the morning. If you're serious about this." Yep.
Oh,
okay.
As they're saying that,
Yep.
as they're saying that, and you'll have to tell me whether this is something I can apply, would I be able to try to identify thoughts to see something about what's going through their mind, use some magic?
Do you have, so identify thoughts would just simply, it would tell you if they're having thoughts. Do you have
what does that mean? I have rank 1 in detection. I don't know. 3 in electricity.
what tricks have you got?
I've only got
You've
two.
got 3 tricks.
Oh, well, I've got written down detect mind and identify thoughts. I thought that's all I was allowed to get.
Because
I have my.
when it came to the
Yeah.
divergence, so you had 2 in your pattern, 2 in rituals, 2 in avatar. Did you put a 3rd rank into electricity as a pattern?
Yes, I've got 3 in
Right.
electricity.
So that means you would have 3 tricks.
Okay.
So you always have detect element.
Okay.
You would have had detect thoughts, and as your 3rd spell, you could learn the next spell under. Yeah. So it'll be understand thoughts. 1 second.
Okay. Yeah, I do have written down. I've got detect mind, and then I have identify thoughts. Is that right?
Identify. Yes, you can read minds with identify thoughts.
Can I try and do that?
Yes, you can. So, with magic, each spell is created kind of on the spot until, like, if you wanted to, as a player, you could create your own spell book. So, you have 3 parameters. So the parameters determine so the parameter, you've got 3 points amongst your parameters. 1 parameter is spent on range, i.e. no points or 0 cost is touch. So if you shake hands with someone, then that doesn't cost anything. If it's ranged, the longer the range, the more parameter points. You then have duration. How long do you want the spell effect to last for? The identify thoughts is adept, so you're going to spend at least 1 parameter point on that trick. So you've got 2 parameter points left over. So really, the question is, with your 2 other points, do you want to
Well, we're talking about meeting tomorrow, and we're right near each other.
Yep.
So it would make sense. I can reach out my hand to shake one of these guys' hands.
No, that's fine.
Everyone closest to me to say, yes, we should meet tomorrow. So I can do the magic while I'm in contact with him, right?
Yeah, no, that's brilliant. Yep. So range is 0. How many components? Because for 0 parameter points, you can use 2 components. So it's a talisman or a semantic movement or a verbal component. You can reduce that down to just 1 component for 1 parameter point. So it's less obvious that you're performing a signature, that sort of thing.
Right.
And that would leave you. So if you went down to 1 component, that would leave you with 1 more parameter point to spend. It's 1 target, so that costs you 0. And the last thing really is, how long do you want the effect to go for? If it's 0 parameter points, it's just 1 round. If you want to spend 1 parameter point, it'll be for 3 rounds. So that would be a whole conversation worth of knowledge, thoughts that's going through that person's head.
Okay, I'm a little bit overwhelmed by what I should do here.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. So what we'll say is, duration is going to be 3 rounds.
Okay.
Range, you're shaking the hand, so it's 0. Your component is 1, so you're using you're holding your pen as you're doing this. Like, could be your hands in your pocket holding the pen. That'll give you +5 to the roll anyway.
Okay.
And the target is 1. So roll 6 dice, keep 3, add +5 for your talisman bonus. And what affinities did you choose? Or what affinity did you choose?
I've just got a rank 1 in detection.
Right, that won't apply then. So
Okay.
roll 6 dice, keep 3, and add 5.
I mean, I have to. Can you? I don't
You
think you
get
see my
10s
dice.
again.
I
I can't. I'll take your word for it.
That's it. I got 3 10s and a 9.
Wow.
Nice. That's a
I
solid.
mean,
Bloody hell.
That means
not-
you get
so-
to keep 3
so-
dice, right? And so
So
you
I
get
keep
to keep
all
all
6
your
dice, right?
yeah, you keep all your
Yeah.
dice.
Yes,
So that's
unless the
30
ones.
plus
Unless they're ones.
God.
30 plus, there's too much math, 14 is 44 plus 9.
You know exactly what the
53, and I got a plus 5 for something,
Yeah, from the talisman.
so 59.
He rolls better than me. I don't know how that's possible.
No.
You're like, pow.
Really got to I've really got to have a camera on my dice, but it's like, I don't know.
Give him
Right,
a plus
okay.
1 on there, so he gets a 60.
Yeah, you get bonus points if you get a 60.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I'm holding. Oh, was I
Okay.
getting plus 5 for holding my pen? Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Turn
it's
into pure
for holding the
energy.
talisman.
Pure energy.
Right. Make a note on your character sheet that you've got a plus 15 benefit for the next time you're interacting with this person.
Okay.
I do like the idea of like he's sitting there talking, and then the guy's like, "Wait a minute, who are you?" He's like, "I'm Pietro."
That's
Plus
Right.
15. What's his name? Marcelo? Is it or something?
Marcelio.
yeah, Marcelio.
I'll
He's
make
the
it with
nice
that one.
Marcelio Giovanni.
Marcelio.
Giacomo.
And the other one is
Giacomo.
like
Jacques Marie.
Ubertino.
Right. Pietro, what do you want to know?
Everything.
I want to know. He seemed to be almost maybe on the cusp of saying something, and then he was like, "Oh, we better go. Where I'm having too much drinks. You know, well, I don't know what's happening here." I want to know what he was worried about, or holding back, or yeah.
Okay, so I've got to give you 5 bits of information here. So 1, he was about to confirm that he's happy for you to come along,
Okay.
but then he realised that he doesn't want anyone to come along with him and his brother. 2, he realises that he's made a massive mistake, that him and his brother's original plan, and it's the same plan all the time, is just the 2 of them travel. 3, he's now concerned what his brother's going to do. Like, physically afraid of what his brother's going to do.
Mm-hmm.
4, you get the image of Tamas, his face, so you know what Tamas looks like. And the final bit of information is it's kind of like a brief memory of a previous discussion that he and Ubertino's had with Tamas, and it's something to do about trying to meet. You're not sure, because it's a memory, and every time you remember something, you rewrite the memory ever so slightly. You're not sure, but you think the term was used. They want to arrange a meeting with the Overlord. And this Tamas seems to be their only access to possibly meeting this Overlord. Matteo and Daucus, you notice that for effectively 3 rounds, after a handshake with between Pietro and Marcelio, Pietro seems to kind of go quiet and just he's distracted for 3 rounds. Marcelio doesn't notice, and Ubertino doesn't seem to notice either, but you notice that there is just a few moments of Pietro being lost deep in thought.
Well, I will let Pietro. I will watch him, make sure nobody messes with him. I'll just keep an eye on him, smelling my spice.
The Ubertino kind of drags his brother away, so those two leave. The party starts to get worse, as in people are now getting drunk.
Nice. Oh yeah, as people get drunk, I'm gonna cling my glass and make a little speech.
Everyone stops, turns around to see to listen to the speech.
Thank you, members, royal, amazing members of Treviso. This bell, ding, 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 proclaims a new hope and future for our 2 wonderful cities, Ferrara and Treviso, to form unity, and where once we are distanced by land and water, maybe soon we can be community and trading partners and have love and joy and become wealthy as we mutually profit from the gains of this bountiful earth in Jesus' name. Let us pray.
And then they all raise their glasses and they yell to Ferrara and Treviso. And they continue drinking.
Oh yeah.
And then Bill's gone.
Yeah. Sorry, Bill.
Looked like he'd been frozen for quite a while.
No, shoot.
Everyone starts dissipating. And in the end, there's just you 4. Nicolo goes to bed, so there's just you 3. And the Lord Gerardo, he wanders over as everyone's kind of leaving. He's not as drunk as he pretended to be. But when he approaches, he kind of leans into the 2 of you and quietly asks, "How is my wife? She hasn't told me why. She never tells me the reason why she goes off on these errands to Venice. But I know she's an important person in certain circles, so I don't ask the questions to her. But I must ask, is my wife okay? Is she in trouble?"
Well, she's worried about you. She's fine.
Is she okay? I'm just concerned about her. Me, I'm fine. Well, I think I'm fine. If I'm not fine, she hasn't told me. But I'll wait until she does. But if my wife is in danger, is there something you feel I can do anything about? Welcome back, Bill.
Yep.
She's fine. She is like many of us, always concerned about, Venice and the turbulent times that we are in, and ensuring the prosperity and safety of our whole region. So that is what she's focused on.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Well,
I pull Pietro aside. I was just like, should we tell him about the brothers? I feel like we should give him a little heads up. I kind of whisper that in his ear.
I think we
Matteo's there as well.
keep the information to ourselves at the moment. The more people who know what we might be doing, or it just puts the mission at risk.
Wait, I mean, I like being above board, but I get this new intrigue thing. You got going. You got all them numbers and pages, and you can read real good. So I'll default to you.
Yeah, I think we should bide our time now.
Okay. Gerardo, the host of the party, he heads off. You're all given separate rooms to sleep in. You go to bed. Again, you guys don't dream. You sleep for about 4 or 5 hours, but you don't dream anymore. You wake up early. And
Yeah, we got to
sure
get
enough,
out early. Yeah, we need to put an alarm.
Sure
in.
enough,
yeah.
the Carrara brothers are waiting. They have a carriage or cart. They're on horseback. Plenty of seats for all of you. And if you
I'm just going to stop because I'm going to write. I think the night before, we need to discuss what we're going to do the next day because I am concerned that the brothers actually don't really want us to be on this journey with them. So I'm not sure whether we should go or we should maybe indicate, oh, we've been called back to Ferrara for another mission, and then actually try and sort of stalk them, follow them without them knowing. We may find out more information that way.
Well, I'm not afraid of these guys. That Ubertino, he looks like he's a fellow not to be contended with, but I think we can hold. There's like 4, maybe 5 of us. Let's see what they're up to. I mean, how are they skimming off the top? You say they're bad fellas. I mean, I kind of feel it's going to be a trap anyway. If we
well, we just need to keep our eyes open because at some point they may be going to want to either kind of give us the slip, or I think they're going to be very wary, and we need to be particularly careful.
I think they might see us as marks, and so
could be. It could be, yeah.
Maybe they don't know that. I think they probably know that we're fighting because Matteo he had his sword out and he just swinging it around at the party, and I'm a little guy, so like I think that. I mean, if we're tagging along with them, they might have somebody on down the line, to wherever we're going.
Thoughts, Matteo? What do you have any?
Well, I mean, we're here to ascertain whether or not they're up to no good.
Mm-hmm.
So either they're up to no good or they're just very shady, untrustworthy and untrusting type people. That's not a necessarily guilt. There's also the question of, let's say they are guilty of dealing with, I guess, city-states in the East that, are we investigating a law here? Like, are we representing some sort of law? Because if we're not really up to any kind of espionage or anything. Like, we're just doing one of my friends a favor and finding out what they're doing. Right? what do we actually feel about this? And what do we think it could possibly be? I mean, mounting, what conspiracy could this be? Especially that they would be hiding it.
It seems like in the records you had discussed that, or did you discuss that with us about the records being short? Yeah, I mean, it seems like we just got to see where they're shorting. Just follow the
Shorting,
paper trail.
you mean they're just not paying someone money? They're taking money from something?
Yeah, I think they're taking
what
money.
crime are they committing is what I'm getting at.
I think they're running a scam. Is that not correct?
But what scam against who?
A scam against.
Well, the funds that are meant to be building the fortifications and walls, there's a shortfall. So
they're embezzling.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, first of all, are any of us actually against that?
Well, I do have a problem with embezzlement. As a lord of Ferrara, I do want my city to be built, and as a man of the law, I do think
You're
it's
not really a man of the law and no longer Lord Daucus.
Yeah,
as
but
I am no a man of the cloth.
We do need this stone to rebuild Ferrara. So, like, if I can get a good deal,
are the stones? This is a good point. Are the stones that they're supposed to be getting going to Ferrara and these other places, or are they going to this city we're in? Like, I sincerely feel like we might be sticking our noses in things that have nothing to do with us, unless they do.
Your knowledge, the rocks are being distributed along the way, so it's almost as if they're heading out east, and then they're coming back with rocks, like with put masonry to build walls, and every city that they pass, they are selling some of those some of that masonry to those cities. So you're.
Okay, hold on.
It's easy for
Hold
you.
on a second.
Sorry.
So, just a clarification. So, they've been given money by whom?
You would presume by their father, the Lord of Padua.
Okay, so the Lord of Padua is giving them money from Padua or from their own estate?
It'll be from you presume, from the treasury of the city.
Okay, so the city of Padua is paying them, we think, to go get rocks. So they go get those materials, and supposedly they then go to all sorts of cities around Italy, and they're selling. So the only embezzlement would be from the city of Padua. It's not, if they sell to Milan, they sell to Milan. They didn't embezzle any of Milan's money. They embezzled Padua's money, which is their own lord embezzling the taxes.
Yeah, I just presume that, if we see them unloading a little bit of rock here and there along the way, that, on the way back.
Well, my point is this, who cares? Like, the reason we're here is to find out if... Yeah, the only reason we're here, or the official reason we're here, is as a favor to find out if they are in fact embezzling or if there's a deeper plot that we know nothing about.
Oh,
but if it stands to reason, I would say they're probably embezzling, because why wouldn't they be? There is no oversight whatsoever. We are completely foreigners here, and we're the only people looking into this, as far as we know. Of course they're embezzling. Of course. Nobles, I can say this because I am one, are notorious for doing exactly this. So the question is, do we honestly have a problem with the Lord of Padua embezzling Padua's money? It's an internal thing. And if we have a problem, this is a hornet's nest. We have no stake in this. Unless we do.
Other than the favor that we're relating back to your
The
contact.
favor is not to correct the problem. The favor is simply to find out.
Couple of things. Do we know if these two brothers, if they are red hands, or are we able to tell if someone is? No.
Nope.
So they could be, but we don't.
So when you read his mind,
Yep.
that doesn't like ping some.
Nope.
Okay.
No.
I can
So
tell the
I think-
fire's around if you want. I got that ability. Like if there's a
thinks-
fire near.
Matteo thinks they're not.
Yeah.
Okay.
He feels like he would tell you guys. He feels like his aunt would have said something if.
I was able to, when we were finishing our meeting at the end of the meeting with Marcelo and his brother, I was able to see into Marcelo's mind, and I don't know what these things mean, but I saw something, a thought, a memory that seemed disturbing. That there was the mention of someone called an overlord, and this Tomas person who they are dealing with in Udine seemed to be a conduit to this person. And that's where I wonder if there isn't something larger going on. Yeah.
It might be interesting to actually find out, although they, as savvy as the one brother is and not savvy the other one is, they're not trusting of us in any way. And there's nothing to stop them from murdering us on the road.
I agree with that sentiment 100%. I do think that they are up to no good, but I think my guess is they're raising an army to maybe do some invading and take some of Venice's land. So I feel like,
Well,
you know,
maybe let's travel with them. Let's maintain that we are simply looking to make deals for Ferrara, and keep our eyes and ears open.
I
and
do
see
think
the journey leads us.
I do think we should tell Agnita's husband about this, because maybe he'd have some backup for us. I think
He's not
he's
gonna
on
go
our
against
side.
his family.
Well,
I'm sorry?
Did she warn? She warned us, didn't she, not to tell him about it?
He's
Oh, is that
not
what
going to go. Yeah, she
Is that
did.
what-
He's
what
not
she
going to go
said?
against his own family.
Okay.
She said,
Yeah,
"Don't
'cause
tell anybody."
It's the family that is they're in the same family, these guys.
Yeah.
The issue is,
I get
unless they trust us in some way, they're not going to allow us to go with them. So
Yeah.
we can go with them at our own peril. Which, let's say we find something out, well, they're going to kill us. Let's say it's the worst thing, they're raising an army.
Sure.
They're definitely going to kill us.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Well, maybe we follow.
we should follow them.
Yeah, we follow
That's
them
the
at a distance, and
And then, of course, if they find us, then they'll try to kill us.
Sure.
So it sounds like we think they're up to no good, but we have no proof of that other than that they just seem like it.
well, if we follow them a couple of days behind, if we give them a bit of a lead, perhaps we could see who's got piles of stone along their track, and we could track them in some
It's not a bad idea.
capacity.
I don't know what I know about. We don't know about each other's powers, or we do, or what?
I don't have any powers.
Okay.
Do we know anybody that is traveling with them, or are they just two brothers lone wolfing it in the desert?
You'll find this out in the morning when you go to meet them, that they have about they have 6 swords for hire.
Oh, yeah.
So they've got.
Okay, so I understand. I'll talk to Pietro with Daucus there, obviously, and say, so they have sellswords.
Yeah.
They have sellswords. So, how much money do we have on us?
I need to just take a phone call.
Agnito gave you.
Oh.
All right, sure. As for money, Agnito, on the insistence of Pietro, gave you quite a bit of money, enough money to cover every possible expense.
So
horses, foods, bribes,
what
that sort of thing.
Suppose is we bribe one of the sellswords.
Yeah. Or a couple of them.
Well, yeah, it's whatever you want. And depending on their demeanor, it would be either Daucus or Pietro to do it. I have a feeling it's a Daucus situation. Because sellswords are sellswords. But the idea is, hey, how much are they paying you? Because we're trying to join, you and me. We're bodyguarding for this banker guy. What's that job kind of look like? How'd you get it? And then, we want to make sure that it's something that we want to be a part of. We'll hand you some cash so that you can feed us fucking information.
Yeah, we're looking.
Cash.
Yeah.
And once it all breaks bad, you come with us. We'll keep giving you cash.
One of the things we could do is, feign. Of course, we don't know that there's sellswords like sitting out there, but if
it's kind of obvious. So to describe what the morning looks like, you all get up, you have a look outside through the windows, and you can see there's like 6 huge carts, empty carts designed to bring back tons of masonry. There's the 2 brothers milling around, checking everything, but then there's 6 men. Now, you would expect 2 noblemen to be accompanied by house guards, where they would wear fairly decent armor, fairly decent weapons, but more importantly, heraldic symbols, even if it's just colors of the family. But these 6 guys, there is no heraldry on them whatsoever. They just look like hired thugs, sell swords, that sort of thing. They got
like cardboard with like for hire on it.
Yeah.
Bad guy.
Yeah.
Like no personality.
Yeah. Like on the back, there's like Henchman Limited, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Fucking scrolling for the next job. Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be nice if we could send just them up ahead and we could feign some kind of, breakdown on our end where we'd have to, catch up and they could just mark the direction of where they're going or something.
But why would we do that?
Why? Because we give them
it's
money.
not a bad plan, but what's the point?
We give them money and then they kind of, I guess we know where they're going though. I mean, we kind of have an idea. There's only 1 or 2 roads this way anyway. I mean, how familiar am I with this area?
This particular area you're not that familiar with, but you reckon that once you get past the border, you get into the region and the quarry landscape, so to speak, around Udine, you would become familiar.
The main idea is we just have to choose how we're going to do this. We need some sort of information. Whether we get, when we get this information, it's our word against theirs. So, what proof are we really going to get? I think one method is to just buy off one of the sellswords and ask them, where you all going? What's going on? What we're thinking about dealing with these guys, or maybe even joining up, whatever. We need to know what we're getting into. And there's a lot more money where this comes from. Like, look at these rings. I think that's a method. We could also do the whole like, hey, we'll be on our way, our shit broke down. Yeah, I think that's a method too. We just need to pick one.
Okay. And on that note, I think we'll wrap up the session. So you're about to make a decision. If you hang back, or do you bribe, do you travel with them, whatever. And we'll leave it there. It's 11:30 here, so I need to head off to bed. But next week, England's playing. Unfortunately, I'll not be running. And then the Wednesday after.
So,
Oh my God, England's playing every bloody Wednesday.
Yeah,
England
Wednesday.
loves
Wednesdays for the UK.
Next Wednesday. Oh no! Wait. No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm looking at the wrong one. So the week after, the Wednesday after next, should be on. So
John,
World Cup break.
yeah, John, I'll chat with you and such. I think I already told you basically what my schedule is, but I will probably be popping off for a little while I'm doing these rehearsals.
Yeah, you mentioned. So no game on next week. Hopefully, fingers crossed, game the week after that. So that would be the 24th. If people can't make it for the 24th, let me know. Because if Bill can't make it and Sketch can't make it, we can still run with the three of us.
He'll be back in a couple weeks, I believe.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
so
24th?
not on next week. As far as I'm aware, or until things change, it will be on for the 24th. But
I actually can't make it the 24th.
Let me know.
I got some stuff going on.
You can't do the 24th.
Yeah.
Right, we'll sort it out.
Yeah.
It's going to be a bit of a hectic month.
Not on the internet. We'll figure it out.
Yep. Yeah. Cool. Right, brilliant. Right, hope you enjoyed. That was really interesting. I like the planning.
Cheers.
The honking that went on there towards the end. But I will see you all next time.
Yep.
Adios.
Thank
See
you.
you later.
Later, man.
Bye.
Thanks.